Yeah.
I am here. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. All right, we're here. We're gonna be tonight, Saturday night. I'm gonna be talking about Tupac. Okay, and as the title says, celebrating Tupac. This is, and look, I got my Tupac shirt. Let me see if I can. Yeah, see. Ah, okay, there you go. A little bit. You can see a little bit. I got a lot of Tupac shirts, but this is his month of birth. He as it shows on the banner, he was born June 16th, 1971. So on June 16th, he would have been, if he was alive, 53 years old. So I just said, the month of June, I'm going to celebrate him all month. I'll be just putting stuff up, movies, or maybe talking about him throughout the month. Because he's one of my favorite people. He really is. I wish I had known him, but he was one of my favorite people. So, well, wait a minute. I think I hear somebody ringing the doorbell. Ding dong. Is that somebody there? Let me see if I got some company. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get my house shoes on. Let me get to the door. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. There go my girl. There go my girl Moody. She coming to celebrate Tupac too. I said, let me get my house shoes on. Somebody at the door. Hey, Sally. Hey, girl. How you doing? Shayna, what's
Y'all
going on,
ready to
y'all?
talk about Tupac tonight?
Tupac is my favorite. I mean, I'm telling you, I was always a Tupac fan from back then. And hey, Monique Nicole. Oh, you said this your movie? Yeah, yeah, child, I love everything Tupac, the good and the bad, and in between. That's my guy. I don't deal with no Tupac hate over here. I raised my son on Tupac, and he wasn't. Well, he was. Well, yes, he was born when Tupac was around, but he was a baby, so
Mm,
he didn't get a chance to experience him like Moochie and I was able to experience him in real time.
exactly.
I wish I had an opportunity. Um, oh, I was reading a comment. Hey, Monique Johnson. And Tamika, hello, hello, hello. Send me the links I can have. Hang on one second. Hang on one moment. Anyway, so while I'm taking care of something here, um, yes, I've always loved Tupac way back then. Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly, the everything in between. Um, I didn't maybe always agree with everything, but hey, I never was in his shoes, so I might would have handled things the way he did if I was in his shoes. So,
Yeah.
um, but I said, let me start off with talking, about juice. So let me ask this, Moochie, was you Were you a Tupac fan back in the day, or were you more Biggie because you New York, or
No,
where were you
I.
at?
This is what I used to say about Tupac. I loved him. I liked it, like his music because he had like a lot of songs that was for the ladies and stuff like that. But then when he came out, it was like he was so angry. He reminded me how I say right now. I was just like, I wish he would just stop being so mad all the time because I wanted them to get along and everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yes, Sally. I'm going to do both poetic justice and above the rub the rim is next week. Above the rim I'm doing next week. Okay, so stay tuned for that one. Um, yeah, I get that what you saying, and I probably agree with you. But he came into this world in a messed up way. His
yeah,
mother, pregnant at the time, locked up in prison. She had to defend herself. And that's a whole nother story. Like, really, I want to actually probably might end up doing the Dear Mama because I don't think nobody ever talked about the Dear Mama documentary. Did we ever talk?
Tamika did it last year. You was on there with her,
Did I? Well, am I
Yes.
high? I
Look,
must be
I
high. I
don't know.
don't
Did you
remember.
look? Did you have
Tamika,
an
did we
edible?
talk about Dear Mama? I don't remember. Yeah, I must be high as a kite. Okay. I don't remember. A lot of times I do, some we be talking about stuff and we keep it pushing and I be
Yeah,
forgetting about the crap that we talked about. You know what I'm saying? But his mama was locked up at the time, pregnant. She having to defend herself. Yeah, Tamika said we did it. Lord, child, I don't even
I
remember.
told you. You thought I was
Damn, I'm
kidding
gonna go
you?
back. It's on Tamika's page. I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Yeah. It was
Okay, I'm
before
gonna go
you
back
even
and listen
had a
to it.
page. This is when you used to come. You know, I used to be like, all right, I'll come.
I was just
And we
there as a
send you the link
guest.
and you come.
Okay,
This
okay.
is way before
Yeah,
you
okay. I'm
started
gonna I'm gonna
thinking
go
about
back and
doing YouTube.
Tamika, I'm gonna go back and listen to it. I'm gonna give it a view. Give you a view. Because I don't remember. I don't remember. Hey, Miss Niecy, how you doing, girl?
Hey,
Um,
Nisi.
uh, yeah, they that's what got. I don't even remember, but yeah, his mother went through so much stuff, and her story is powerful story in its own, being a Black
Yeah.
Panther and all that she endured. And then he comes into this world. So I think he had a lot of anger in him just for all the stuff that they went through, the way he grew up, the FBI chasing him and his family around, the mother having to
Mm-hmm.
leave New York and go underground, go to Baltimore, and then she got on the drug. I think it was just a lot in his life. I think that's
Yeah.
where the anger come from. But I do wish that him and Biggie could have squashed whatever was going on. And we ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole, but whatever was going on, I wish they could have squashed it because it's sad that they had to both end and they wasn't able to patch things up. So and I think we all agree with that.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah, because it's sad, the whole story. So now, wait a minute, I'm gonna ask this one question since I can't remember what we did. Did we do Notorious? Did
No,
we?
we did not do that.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna say because I feel like in my 90 years old, I can't remember a damn thing. I said I must be high school to brain. I can't remember nothing. Okay, but what Josh would say, I like both Pac and Biggie, but I learned more towards Pac and yes, I'm gonna tell you his story is it's a deep story, but yet I love both the guys. I love both the guys, but I think Tupac was just more of my favorite overall. But when you want to party and jam, the Biggie got the jams. Okay, Biggie got the jams as far as and all of that. But I oh wait a minute, let me put my house shoes back on. Somebody at the door, ding dong, ding
No.
dong. We got a guest.
Who rang the
Oh,
bell?
why am I frozen? What's up?
We
Inga
got
Boo, I miss you.
yeah, I'm still around on the streets. I am still around on the daggone
Inga done forgot all about me, y'all. I was worried about my girl.
No, I ain't forget. I am here. Oh, hey, Slim, you showed up. Yay, how you doing?
Why you looking so extra?
You hear the doorbell? Was the doorbell ringing?
I'm looking at you like, why you so extra looking good and sexy and yummy tonight.
She looking all sexy. She got the braid swoop
Hold
down.
up. Wait, we both got the hoop. Wait, we all three got
braid
the
swoop all
hoop.
down.
That was just a coincidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all got the hoops on. Yeah.
That was just a coincidence.
Moochie looked like she had a date earlier, y'all.
I don't know about all of that. I ain't had no date. I just been here chilling. Your hair looks good.
Thanks,
it looks
sis.
really
Yeah,
good.
it do.
You look sexy. You
That's because she been out there partying.
I saw the pictures.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw the little a little snippet of the YouTube live, and she out there, I see her with the drink in her hand and all
bouncing,
that stuff.
Bouncing and not behaving. You seen her, right?
I said, go on and enjoy yourself. Do it now while you ain't got no kids and all of that kind of stuff. Because I'm telling you, because once you get that, all that partying stuff gonna tame down. And I'm not saying you won't never go out, but it won't.
Because this is the thing, Inga. Real quick,
do it now while you ain't got no children. You know,
this is why I want one kid. Because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I still want to live my life.
Yeah, I only had one, and it was easy.
Yeah, me too.
To go out if I wanted to, and easy to get a babysitter when you got one versus 5 kids.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody watching 4 or 5 kids.
Ain't nobody watching 3. Ain't nobody watching.
2 or 3. They only want to do that. They said, no, that's too much.
So
my mother had my son till he was like, till she passed away. She was watching him. When she got too sick, her friend was watching him. But then my father said, go to the bathroom and get up and brush his teeth and stuff. When I tell him, he could stay.
Yeah, Momo is gonna be one and done. I just pray God blesses me with a one beautiful, healthy baby, and I will be so thankful.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's girl or boy. As long as a healthy baby.
Yeah, I don't care.
I hear that.
Right, amen.
Right. I know that's right.
Talking about my man tonight.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, you a little younger than me and Moochie. I think you about our children, our son's age.
Yeah, they was babies. So, I mean, not babies.
So you was born when he was around, but you was young.
She was in elementary school.
I have to remember, I grew up around my cousins in New York, and I have an older sister that's almost 50. She's 40. She's 48.
Okay.
So a lot of my influence, the reason why I am very old school is this is my big sister. I used to go up to her room in New York, watch Soul Train with her every Saturday. Like, that's my sis. Like, she put me onto a lot of stuff, and then my cousins. And so I did have access to some things I probably shouldn't have at a young age, but that's how it is, sometimes. But yeah,
be like that sometimes.
Be like that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's good if you have older people around to give you influence, because you don't want to get the influence from these younger ones. They don't know. Yeah, they don't know nothing.
I'm so thankful, Inga, that I grew up. Okay, my only wish is I wish I was a teenager like my older sister. I wish I was a teenager in the 90s. Oh, I would have had a time.
Okay. In the 90s, me and Moochie were already adults.
I know.
We was already adults and because I had my son in 90.
How old was my
son in 92? I think Moochie had her son, 90?
91.
Okay, yeah. I had my son in 90.
I wish I was a college student in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you could have been around to see different world and stuff like that.
Freaknik and all that other stuff.
And
my older sister, her first 2 years, she went to school in Baltimore. And when she was there was a night where Biggie and Junior Mafia performed. She grew up.
They came to Morgan State at one time.
Okay.
They came to Morgan State one time, and they came to Howard University quite a few times.
Yes, that I know. But yeah, she got to see him a couple times up there in Baltimore.
Hey, Andre. So Sally said I was a teenager in the 90s. That's okay. Listen,
I wish.
Yeah. Look, it doesn't matter. Even if somebody is younger now, they could be 18, 20. It doesn't even matter. As long as they know about Tupac and they do their research and read and find out information, and it's all on the internet. Like YouTube got all the you can hear the stuff from his mouth, so it's not hearsay from some gossip person. You can get the information from his mouth, how he felt, what he going through. So it's all the information's out there. People want to know. So, but I just said I want to. This is birthday month. He's a Gemini. I said, I'm gonna just do a little celebration for them during the month of June and talk about them. So, so this is an iconic movie. It came out in 92. So, like I said, my son was born in, matter of fact, I was pregnant when this movie came out. Yeah.
I was pregnant when Juice was out, when it was in the movies. I remember because I remember when they had the posters at the mall and all that. That logo on there, that was like a big deal.
It was a big deal. It was.
See stuff like that. So everybody was talking about going to see that movie.
And I was 2 years old when they came.
That's all right. Yeah, so unfortunately, I mean, he was born June 16th, 71, same year. So both of us, he will, if he had lived, he'd be turning 53. I'll be 53 in October. So we both would have been the same age. But unfortunately, we lost him in September 96. So that was, and I remember that Moochie. I was working a job. And I remember I coming to work the next day and everybody say, girl, because we had social media then, homie. So it was like word of mouth. You hit on the radio and the word got trickled, came across everywhere. It was all on the radio.
That was with,
and my coworker was like, girl, did you hear what happened? I was like, no, what happened? Because I must have went to bed, didn't hear. She said, girls all over the radio. And boy, we was crying at work.
I heard about it at night when they was talking about it. And then if you saw the news coverage, you saw the brat on the hospital. Yeah. You saw like all other like different rappers there and stuff like that.
Yes, I cried.
So
like
you
a
saw
baby
all
too.
that there.
Very sad, very sad. On this, it's crazy. The whole thing, and I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole because I'll be up here for 3 hours talking about it. But I'm still suspicious about the whole thing, how it went down, the whole thing. I don't believe everything that they say. I put my conspiracy hat on the whole thing, but and it's just sad. It's just sad the whole thing how it happened. It didn't have to happen.
Yeah, it did not.
No.
Before we get into the movie, can I share my thoughts on him? Like,
go ahead. Both of y'all can go ahead.
Okay, so obviously I was young when Tupac was big, but obviously I had like older influences, and then obviously I knew about his death, and then obviously as I got older, I like learned more about him. I listened to his music, I watched his movie. I just felt like he to me, again, the outside looking in, he seemed like a really beautiful soul. He was a complicated man. And I shout out to Inga for bringing up his childhood. And, I'm not even going to keep it at just childhood because I feel like he evolved from a lot of the struggles that he faced. I think, unfortunately, what happened in the later years of his life, I think he got around not all, some of the wrong people that had a negative influence on him. And it's not to say he was perfect because he was an adult and made his own decisions, but people, can be influential in a negative way in your life. And I do feel like if he didn't have certain people around him, there's a chance he would have still been alive, at least longer than when his demise was. But I do think he was a beautiful soul. I think he was a complicated soul. I think he was a very talented, intellectual, intelligent, spiritual person. And one thing I loved about him, which I do miss about the 90s and 2000s when it comes to music, especially rap, from both male and female rappers, I appreciated people like Tupac because he showed his versatility. He was not just, you couldn't put him in a box. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just one dimensional. He could come out with I don't know the terms I used back then. I'm gonna say the turn up, ratchet, bitches and hoes. Like he could do that, but then he had that other soft side to him where he was
like keep your head up, and Brenda's got a baby.
Like, oh my God!
Like that Brenda's got a baby is so deep. I'm telling you, the video can make you really bust out and cry.
That was a kid.
Yeah, it's
Inga. I can't watch that video because I will get emotional. I was
And
a
he
kid.
he
when I
said it was
watched that
based on a
video.
true event. Like he was watching the news and seeing the situation that happened, and he decided to write a song based on something he actually saw on the news.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
so you know,
so
and you know this stuff still happens in real life when women do stuff like this, you know. So unfortunately, young girls, you know.
Yeah, it was just because of a news article.
Right.
And
Right.
he was like, the reason why he said he wrote it was because he knew nobody pays attention to it. So he figured if he tell a story, and you could envision it like you could people would understand it, and it was like to me that was a good song because you saw the whole thing in your head even before you saw the video.
Right.
A good point.
I mean, and he always, you know, just I can't even add anything more really to what you said, Monique. I actually agree 1000%. No, I don't have nothing different than what you added because he I do think he's a complicated person. Like he's not perfect. Like that's why he's a Gemini. You know, Gemini sometimes different people. Sometimes you know they up and they down and different.
Yeah, the twin.
At least that's what they say. You know how that's a and I definitely think he was a true Gemini in that case. But yeah, he went through so much his whole life. You know, and I mean, I think the reason why his music is the way it was is because he didn't grow up in a happy kind of upbringing. So all he know is poverty, the mother with the FBI, his stepdaddy is in prison. Or matter of fact, he was on the run for a while. Then didn't get locked up. Then his real father wasn't in his life, and a whole bunch of stuff.
Very hard upbringing.
He went through a whole bunch of stuff. People lying to him and doing him wrong. So he went through a lot. You know, but did he make some bad choices and bad decisions? Of course. We all do sometimes. So, and that's why I don't like
forgetting how young he was, though.
Very young.
He was young when he was in his 20s
when he passed away. 25 So imagine you did all this stuff at 18, 19, 20, all these things. What you expect somebody to he looked much older than 25 when he passed.
Right.
He was only 25. At 25 years old, I didn't know nothing. Look, I was a mama at 21. I shouldn't have been nobody's damn mother. I ain't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but I just thugged it out, did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, a lot of these mistakes cause I'm not saying he the cause of his life being gone. But I'm saying, but he put himself in with people, like you said, in places that he shouldn't have been there.
Some of the decisions he made, and it sounds harsh, but I'm a realist. I think we can fairly say some of the decisions he made contributed, sadly, to his demise.
Right.
I mean, things have consequences, and and he paid the ultimate price.
Paid the price with his life.
Right. And you know something that I just did a couple of weeks back. I did the story on Bob Marley, and Tupac and Bob Marley both said something very similar, that their life was not for them, their life was for us. If you notice that now, how we still big up Bob Marley, love everything about him and how he was, and then also with Tupac, and we can talk about Dr. King, Malcolm X, there's a whole bunch of people like that their life really wasn't for them. They did the stuff they did for us, so that now we can
so deep.
You know what I'm saying? It's very deep. You know, it's deep. Very deep. Yeah.
And it's crazy how there are people who are put on this earth, and I don't know. I guess they have a calling. I guess some ways some people have a calling to be a therapist or a calling to be a pastor. I feel like some people just have that calling to be maybe a leader, or like
there's a reason why some people on this earth. It really is. I do believe in that. I'm not a religious person, but I am spiritual.
Yeah.
I do believe that there are some people who are angels. They are just a one and done. Like once they're gone, you'll never see this person. You'll never see another Tupac. Right. You'll never see another Malcolm X. You'll never see us. And I'm not putting them all in the same category, but you know what I'm saying. You'll never see another Harriet Tubman. It's just certain people
Oh
That's
my
it's
God.
it's a one and done, and that's it. And I
Wow.
mean, a lot of these other people, unfortunately, even though they might pass some of these other rappers, but we we got another one just like it. It's a whole you know, some of them are not that special, and no disrespect to anybody, but some of them are not that special.
Yeah, you know what, Inga, that speaks to
Yeah.
another point, and I don't know how deep you want to go, but what I wonder, and I really don't have the answer. I'm just saying this. Why is it that the people who played such a big part in like culture and just everything, why did all that stuff happen in the past? Like, why don't we have, and I'm not saying there's no advocates or people out there, there are social justice people. I'm not trying to take away from them, but like, I just feel like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we had so many influential people. I mean, we're just talking about music.
Going all the way back. Yeah.
You touched on segregation. You touched on all that. Like, it's just.
I mean, Moochie, go on and talk about it, because I think a lot of people. I hate to talk about anybody, and I'm not gonna mention any names. Some people are getting paid. They got their hands in the cookie jar in the pot. So, I mean, Moochie, what you think? I mean, why we don't have?
Why don't we have unique?
Why we don't have a more? Where the Angela Davis is at? Where the Kathleen Cleavers? Where's the
where all the activists just saying?
Where's the people? You know, that's like that.
The last person I heard of that reminds me of an activist that I thought we would be talking about even more today's time is Sister Soldier. And she came up in that time. We still see her, but she's not.
Yeah, she's
no. But I think they ran her off, and that I think they kept messing with her. But I loved her. Oh, I was a fan.
That's who I loved. I don't know if y'all remember her, but
I was rocking with her. No, I was a fan. No, no, I was with her. No, she started writing books and became an author, like The Coldest Winter and other stuff she started doing.
Look, and they stopped that book from coming out. Remember, that was supposed to be a movie.
She had the FBI in her face and her family. I think sometimes she might have just threw her hands up and say, "Listen, I'm done." You know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speak for her. I don't want to. She can say why she took a step back. But I agree with Moochie. She was probably one of the ones that we were looking up to like that. But then,
and don't get me wrong, y'all. There like I said, there are people. Tamika Mowry, Nipsey Hussle. We see it, but I just feel like it's not the same as back in the day. Back in the day, we had so many unique people that we could reference and look up to, and just who influenced our lives. I just feel like, damn it, we don't have that no more like that.
Moochie, Derry B said she wanted us to review that book. I guess The Coldest Winter.
Oh, you see,
we should have done a book review or something one time. We had to talk about that one day.
We write this down.
And we all read the book, and then we like talk about maybe different chapters or something like that. We had to one day do something like that, because we had to talk about doing some other stuff over than just some stupid gossip and stuff like that sometime, you know, because it's fun, but we can get tired of it too, you know. So
I know, Inga. I'm girl. Yes.
It's I'm telling you this. You know, I like conversations like this because I felt like there's a reason why we don't see these type of people, but I think that they ran these people. All people scared now to stand up and say anything.
Okay,
you know, and be honest with you, I'm gonna speak for myself. The people that came before us, I don't know if Inga could be that vocal and put my
exactly
for everybody else, because I just don't know. I don't know if I would have had to. I hate when people say, well, if I was a slave, I would have did this.
You don't know what you would have did.
You don't know what you would have done.
Crazy.
You don't. I hate when I hear these types of talks like that, because you don't know what you would have done.
What you would do.
Just like, or I don't know why they let them dogs sick at them on the, you know, the civil rights. The dogs would be on them, or the whole.
It wasn't a choice.
Did in that situation.
Yeah,
I might have been doing the same thing those same people was doing. You don't know.
You don't know,
because you're worried about dying.
Exactly.
So, you know,
so people can't say ignorant comments like
that. I hate that. I hate when I hear people say things like that, because
that's terrible.
Because you know, you don't know what you would have done in the situation. And I just thank all those people, whether I might, even if I ain't gonna say I disagree, because I don't disagree with nothing, because I'm thinking you did whatever you did for survival. Exactly. For survival. From that time to all the way to now. You did whatever you had to do for survival. So I don't judge any of those people because I don't know if I could put my neck on the line for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. Not, until I'm in the situation, I can't really say what I would do. But I just know that everybody's saying they read that book. Yeah, I read. I got the coldest winter right here. I got the book right on my bookshelf.
I still got that book too.
Yeah, I got the book.
You never read that book?
No, I guess I need to read it.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you got to be.
My dad is honestly knowing my father. He probably has that book at the house, and I just have to. I'm serious because he has books like that. Like I never read it.
Oh,
that's crazy.
You got to read that. I got the book somewhere around here. I know I got it. I was looking to see it. So it's I got a
Rubbermaid container with all my books.
It's somewhere in here because I got lots of books. That's somewhere in here. But one book that I definitely recommend anybody to read. I bought this book for my son. You probably can't gonna see it because of the green screen thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see it because it's white and black. But it's a book. It's TUPAC book. His mother put this book out.
Okay.
It's called The Rose That Grew from Concrete. It's a book of his poetry. His mother, Miss Afeni Shakur, rest in peace. She put the book out a while back, and it was all his poems. And it is so deep. And my son is a poet. He writes, so he loves this type of thing. So I bought this book for him some years back, and it has beautiful, and the poems are not long, but you can see how he wrote. So all his songs that you talk about, Brenda's Got a Baby or whatever, those were all like poems, and they turned into songs. A lot of his music was poems. So that's something I recommend people get. And it's not that big. It's not no big book. You can just, because the poems are short. So but yeah, so everybody read that Coldest Winter.
Except for me.
Yes, and Midnight. I got the Midnight one too, Miss Niecy.
Yeah, I got that in my drawer still.
Yeah. Okay, well, you giving us some ideas. We have to maybe do a book club. You know what I'm saying? Maybe have to start a book club.
That would be fun, y'all. That would
be fun. That would be something totally different. Because I don't know.
If I do that would have to be some kind of members only thing. Because that's very intimate, y'all.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm seriously thinking about doing it. I don't look.
Okay, Latoya talking about the time to kill. Okay, y'all going down the rabbit hole. I love it.
Okay, I know about that.
I love it. Yeah, the book is good. The book goes in more detail than the movie. On A Time to Kill. A Time to Kill. The book is even deeper than the movie is, but but it's very good. But okay, so let me move on. So anyway, these are the other actors that's in it. You got Omar Epps and Lord, I wrote his name down. Jermaine. What is his name? Jermaine.
Hold on, I'll get the names. Give me.
I know his name is
Jermaine. I'm the info person tonight. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I know it's Jermaine. I just can't think of his last name. And he plays Steel.
I'm not good with names.
And then I'm horrible. And I usually write my notes, but I didn't write no note because I know this movie backwards and forward. Right. But I just don't remember. I do remember that his name is Jermaine, but then I don't remember the last name. And then the guy who played Raheem is
baby.
No. Khalil Khan. Yeah.
Ladies, let me just
Hopkins. Thank you, Sam. And thank you, Miss Niecy. Yes.
Khalil Khan and Tupac Shakur, Samuel L. Jackson, Queen Latifah.
Yes. And there are a lot of cameos from other people.
A lot of cameos.
Yes.
Donald Faison.
Ladies, it would be remiss of us if we did not acknowledge that our brother who played Raheem was one of the 90s male heartthrobs for quite a while. A lot of the ladies were drooling over him. I mean, Omar Epps, please no.
Yeah.
Omar Epps was also one of the
he's a legend now. He go way back. Yeah, he's a legend.
People might
Cindy from In Vogue. hold on
Yep.
to your
Mhm.
love.
Yep.
You
He was
got
the
to
love
And he
hold
interest.
was Fat
on.
Five Freddy Tretch.
Yep.
EPMD was in it. EPMD
Orange
made a
Juice
cameo.
Jones.
Orange
Remember
Juice
him?
Jones. Yes. Yeah,
A lot
Flex.
of
Flex.
cameos.
Flex
A lot of
So it
Alexander.
had
Yes.
a whole
It's a lot of cameos popped up in here. A lot of cameos. Yeah.
yeah.
Dr.
So,
Dre,
yeah, Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. Yeah, not
Eric
Dr.
Sermon.
Dre
Remember
from the
EP
West Coast. The other.
was
Do
open.
you remember them, Monique? Ed
Yeah,
Lover and
I
Dr.
only
Dre?
know one Dr. Dre, baby. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Okay,
There was
EPMD.
a show on MTV called Yo MTV Raps back in the
Yes,
day.
I'm aware.
And there
Yes.
was two hosts on there.
Yep.
Well, Fair Five Freddy was one host, but there was
Yes.
two other guys. It was Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. And they
Okay.
was from the East Coast.
Gotcha.
Not to talk about the West Coast, Dr. Dre. That's somebody, yeah. And actually, they were out before Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
No, they wasn't.
He was
No.
out before Dr. Dre.
No,
Yeah,
Dr.
you're right. He
Dr.
was.
Dre was out. Dr. Dre, the DJ, was out before the
Oh,
other Dr.
Moochie,
Dre because he was
Moochie,
known
right.
in New York.
Yes,
he
he
was a
was.
DJ in
South
New
First.
York, and it happened to be an
Because
East
he used
Coast
to
Dr. Dre
DJ.
and a West Coast.
Because Dr. Dre on the East Coast, he DJ for the Beastie Boys. So he was
Mhm.
out way before.
Ooh,
Yeah, and he
okay.
was was he on Hot 97? Yeah, they was on
Yeah,
Hot
and
97.
they was on Hot 97. Yeah, this was before West Coast Dr. Dre. Yeah, Moochie's right. Yeah.
On the
So
morning show, like
real big guy. He was like huge, real
Mhm.
real big guy.
I probably recognize him
if you saw his face, you might know his face. You just probably don't know about his background, but you probably seen his face. And I'm sure you seen Ed Lover. You know,
yes, I know who that is.
I know Ed Lover. Yeah. So, yes, and he was the real Dr. Dre. That's right.
He was
That's
the real
right.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So, so this movie it started off with this is where we getting to know who the kids are. They were all teenagers, the characters.
Yeah.
And we were just so we get to know him. So, Q laying up here in the bed. He was a DJ. He always playing his music. And then we see Steele, and his name was Eric Steele, but nobody called him Eric. It was just Steele.
No, everybody called him Steele. That was his nickname.
That was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
And
up,
Booby
Traps?
Hey, Booby. And then this is his father and brother back then. Father telling him, get your tail up out the damn bed.
Right.
I told you several times. Now I'm sure y'all had parents who told y'all did the same. You hit the alarm clock, go back to sleep, and your mom or daddy come in there and say, get up. I done told you get ready for school.
And I've been telling you, when I was in middle school, which was for y'all like junior high, yes, baby. Once I hit high school, my parents were like, "You're on your own." And
we got a visitor. Ding dong.
What's
Somebody
up,
at the door.
What up?
Hey,
What's going on, ladies?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh man.
Okay, I don't know if you heard any of the commentary we did before, but what's your thoughts on Tupac, on how you feel about him before we keep going forward?
Oh, Pac is a legend. I don't think that's debatable at all. He's solidified in hip hop.
Right.
Even from I was listening to Pac early on when he was still doing the conscious rap, like Holla If You Hear Me, Trapped, all that stuff, Tupacalypse Now, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's when I really got on Pac. So I was a fan from day one.
Right.
Yeah,
me too. Yeah, people always think about the stuff he did by the time he got to Death Row. They need to listen to his early stuff before Death Row.
Exactly. You need to listen to the first solo album.
Yeah.
That's when he did On My Homies Call.
Yes.
Trap.
They got me trapped. Yeah.
All of that. Because he had revolutionary stuff in those albums.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That Holla If You Hear Me video still it reverberates to this day in my brain. I just still see just pictures and just frames from it because it was just it was out of this book. At that time, nobody was doing any videos like that. You know what I mean? Talking about police brutality and going at him like, he was way ahead of his time.
He really was. And yes, Miss Niecy is right. He was a dancer, background dancer with Digital Underground, and he was a roadie for them,
Yeah, he started out being a roadie for them.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so Boo, we were just talking about Steele and Q. This is where we meeting the kids first. So we don't know nothing about them yet. This is where we getting the introduction to them. Now I want to ask you, Booby, did you have a parent who used to tell you, boy, get your ass up and go to school?
Man, I did. I got to the point where my mom's, she got the second time she said, I hear it. You know what I mean? It's the first time you hear it, and you're like, okay, I got like 2 more minutes. All right, cool.
Right.
Second time you hear it, you pop up because you're like, okay, yeah, now it's in my head, like, okay, all right, that's the real alarm. I know she probably on her way, but so let me go ahead and get up. When she started knocking on the door, yeah, that was I definitely had a parent like that. Nah, get your ass up. I'm not taking you to school.
The first time, is one thing, but by the time they came back the second time or something, they was like, oh, I'm kicking the door in, get up out the bed. Don't let me come back in here again. And then
that
we
second wake up, you hear an echo in your head, like, nah, all right,
right, exactly, yeah, and I ain't taking you to school if you late. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That was my mom. She was like, you better not late.
Don't if you miss that school bus or I used to take public transportation sometimes. If you miss that, then that's on you. You got to get there. I'm not gonna be late for my job. Fooling with you,
exactly. You gonna find a way.
My mom was they gave me some grace when I was in junior high, but once I hit high school officially, I was very independent. Like I had my alarm clock.
I was very independent too.
But this is before I had like cell phone. Like I literally used.
No, it wasn't. I ain't no cell phone. This was.
I'm telling the younger people who are watching. I had an actual alarm clock.
No, we had a real alarm clock, one of them old school alarm clocks,
y'all. Right. I used to set my clock where I gotta get out my bed and walk to it and turn it off.
Yes, I used to put it on the other side of the room. So
it was horrible. Mine used to be on the other side of the room, and my father got so mad one morning because I kept walking back and forth, and he kept
turning off and climb back.
I
done did that to go to work. So I did. I did it.
The snooze button is not your friend. Leave it alone.
I'm like, well, I got another 10, 15 minutes.
Nah, I put my alarm clock on a radio station. I hate it, so I know I have to get up.
Yeah, right.
But my mother used to have the radio on. When I used to get up for school, my mother used to have 10 Wins on. So I would hear that automatically too. And she used to have it loud where you had no choice but to get up.
Right.
Yeah, I had the radio for my alarm. I had V103 here in Atlanta. It's an R&B hip hop station.
Right.
Big Tigger and just Frank Ski.
I would always have
that's what I would. It was always Frank Ski, which is 104.1, or V103, Big Tigger, and all them people. So it used to be like the R&B stuff, the hip hop stuff.
Right.
I used to listen to that in the morning. Like I'm like 6. For high school, y'all, I had to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. Like,
oh yeah.
When I was getting the school bus, it was still pitch black outside in the morning.
I love ride. I had a ride. I mean, by high school, I had a ride, but we had a bus. My bus had we had the hottest bus. He had a system on the bus, all that. So we used to listen to 95.5 WPGC on the way to school. I was like, so yeah, it wasn't. If I didn't have my ride that day,
I got up.
Yeah, 10 Wins used to go. You give us 22 minutes, we give you the work.
Yeah.
So now we meet Bishop. Bishop gets up out of bed. He looking good too. I'm sorry, Booby, but I had to say he looking good with
y'all do y'all thing. I'll wait until that Vogue scene come up.
This bring us back to when we was in our 20s, right?
Leave that.
And I ain't gonna tell you. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I used to talk to dudes that look like this. They had the high top fade, the little birds. Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, my boyfriends was looking like this. They definitely
I was definitely a Tupac lookalike in high school. I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely. I can show you some pictures from back in the day.
Look. Are you serious, Booby? We've been dying to see your pictures
now.
You already seen it.
I just saw his face for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
I did the other day.
Yes, I said okay.
Wait, it's on his page. It's on his page.
Look,
Yeah, he was on his face. Yeah,
all
he
you
was
see
on
is
his
his
face.
face and his sunglasses, and you
send me the Inga,
all of
send
that.
it.
The waves to make you.
You have to go back and find it.
All
You
right.
know what?
But
Let me
so
find
we
out, Booby. Let me find
Look,
out.
I know you blushing now because I said that too.
I know.
Nah, you wild. You wild.
Let me find out. Booby is low key fine. All right,
Very handsome.
Hey,
Also, what are you not trying to show his
look in
face
the waves to make you
behind the
see.
avatar?
let me find
hey.
out.
Us
Look, you
ladies,
better
That's
y'all
use
me
be
in the
that
showing
as
our
a
face.
avatar, just
soundbite, Booby.
We be
cartoonized.
showing
I
our
mean,
faces even when we ain't
I
got no
just hit the
makeup
cartoon
on.
on it.
We had scarf on out here. We still be showing our damn face. You know,
That's right. That's
we
right.
be trying
That's
to,
how it's supposed to be.
yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I told you I'm waiting till I get my setup because even then on that day I was still moving around just like I'm doing right now. So I don't really be trying to, doing a lot of
They said,
movement.
how young is Monique Nicole with Frank Ski waking her up?
Oh wow.
Frank Ski has been on
Frank Ski been around a long time. I know
Yeah.
Frank Ski. We
Yeah.
all know Frank Ski. He been around. He old school. He was around with Tom Joyner and all them. He been
Tom
around.
Joyner. My
Yeah.
morning show.
I used to
Dad
listen to
off
Tom
the
Joyner in the
bed.
morning show.
My dad
Tom
was
Joyner
Honey in
morning show.
Atlanta?
Tom
Wow.
Joyner morning show. I used to wake up and listen. Yeah.
Yep.
He was like one of the first people to be syndicated.
Tasha, to
For
give you
real.
a reference, baby. This is 2004, 2005. Just to give
And
you a
Booby,
reference.
okay, you from the DMV like me. I used to also listen to Petey Green on talk radio.
Oh yeah,
That's
Petey Green.
Yeah, so I'm old enough to remember Petey Green.
Yeah, I came up. Yeah, I definitely came up listening to that.
Yeah,
Petey
I mean,
Green, and
you didn't
then
listen to probably your parents
WPVC,
did.
Tom Joyner, and all them, and then
Yeah,
when Donnie and them with Huggy Lowdown and all them. So
Donnie Simpson. Yeah, Donnie
mm-hmm.
Simpson. Yeah. Donnie Simpson
Yep.
might be from Detroit, but we adopted him here in the DC in the DC area. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
After Video Soul, he was just he was DMV certified.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so we meet Bishop, and then that's when we he's saying hi to his grandma, and then they didn't get into it, but you can tell that his dad must have been through something. His dad was very depressed. He was just sitting there staring into the TV.
Yeah.
He looked like he'd been through something in his life. So maybe some mental health, maybe lost his job, something. And
looking like your boy from Mayor Kingstown right now. That's what he's looking like. He got that look on his face right now.
So Q, he's getting ready to leave for school, and of course he ain't got no books. His mother saying, "Where your books at?" And then the same with Steele. Steele left. He pretended he bringing the books out of the and then threw them in the laundry basket or wherever he left them at, and snuck out with his boom box. And I know I didn't carry the boom box around. So back in the day, we used to always carry. Everybody had some kind of little boom box, little radio,
Walkman, Discman.
Walkman, yeah. And that before the Discman, we had the Walkman or we had the boom box. Yeah. And then
you go nowhere without the Walkman. That's
no, exactly. Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to steal my sister's. I remember I stole her TLC. Ooh, on the TLC tip cassette.
Yeah, that was a good.
Baby, I can't.
You violated that day.
I was
taking
too young
the TLC joint.
Yeah,
that's right. And then we meet Raheem with his sister, and he holding up the bathroom. And she said, "Look, I got a job interview. I got to go. You tying up the bathroom." Now, I don't know how y'all grew up, but we had one bathroom, and it was 5 of us in the house, and everybody trying to we had a little teeny house, so everybody trying to like hurry up and get out the bathroom, So we used to fight over the bathroom. We used to fight over the bathroom. I can relate to this right there. That definitely was something. Don't be in there sitting on the toilet too long. Look, hurry up and get up out the goddamn bathroom.
That would be me. I would be guilty of that.
Yeah. And you can't be taking a long shower.
I'll be like this. Look.
Moochie. Now you hogging up the
toilet. Okay. Tasha said I had one bathroom in the Bronx. I know I had one bathroom too. We had one bathroom, and it was 5 of us living up in it. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. So I mean, you do what you have to do.
Make it work. Gotta
Yeah.
make it
Now
work.
everybody gotta have their own separate bathroom, own separate. We didn't have all that back then. We were sharing room and all those kind of stuff. If you got siblings and sometimes it wasn't even just my siblings, sometimes cousins would be living with us.
Cousins, exactly.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so you don't be in there take no long bubble bath now, you know.
Man.
Don't be with the Mr. Bubble. I'm showing my age now talking about Mr. Bubble. Y'all Moochie know the Mr. Bubble. You know?
Yeah, we had 2 bathrooms though, but one was just with just the like just
like a
the
powder
toilet.
room.
It was a powder room.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
like a powder room. Yeah.
You go down there and really get lost.
You could brush your teeth or something. You can't take no shower.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That right
using
there,
up all
man.
using up all the hot water. Right.
All of it. Like, man, you gotta take a shower in the morning. You shook, man. Oh my God, you so
Right. You
shook.
better take it at night and then do a little bird bath in the morning.
Man, what? I mean, in the summertime, you want to take it in the in the
No, in
morning.
the summer you gotta take more showers because it's hot. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and see, and this is another part where I was saying it's something about his father. His father is like he's just sitting in that same spot. Bishop them got dressed, and then he putting a couple dollars in his father's pocket. So I think they did.
Think his mother had mental issues.
I think so too. I believe so too.
And you know what, Moochie? That would make sense because Bishop had mental issues.
Yes,
so it would have been hereditary and passed down to him.
Right, right. Yeah, he definitely had. Definitely.
And that's what they didn't talk about stuff like that back then. They
no,
like,
no.
Your father's sitting in the back room. They would put him in the back room.
But they left it. They kind of left it up to our own imagination.
Wait a minute. Support Gamer said the father was violated in prison. When did he hear
That's
that?
what Radamez has said that. Radamez said
okay.
And this bring back memories. I seen this at Springfield Mall, and I had that same bucket hat that he got.
Oh, the bucket hat, yeah. So
I had the red coat.
So Q was like, yo, Raheem. And then he look around the corner. Raheem going back and forth with his baby mama and the baby. But I didn't like how he was starting. He called her, he called her bitch and all of, because she said, look, I ain't got time to fool with you. You and your stupid friends. And I ain't got time to deal with. He said, I think he was messing around with another chick named Charlene. Wasn't it with Charlene?
He was like, I'm not messing with Charlene no more.
Yeah, right.
Man, he ain't come correct.
He no child support. He had no job. He's a teenager. What they probably 16
in a bum.
He wasn't talking right. He's talking if we got back together and all this. Like, nah, dude, you supposed to be talking about your baby. It ain't even about her at this point.
But then when you get mad at her, like this picture up here, that's when he cussed her out and called her. You know. I'm tired of her anyway. Yeah, he was tired of it until he seen her with special ed. He wasn't tired no more.
That's what I put. Yeah, special ed.
Special ed too, because I was in love with special ed back in the day.
Oh my God.
I know.
Young and in charge. That was my dude right there. That was
I'm the magnificent.
Yeah. It's so funny that he was supposed to play somebody else in that movie.
He was. He did say that. I saw
it. Yeah, he said it in an interview.
Right.
That's
he was
crazy.
Supposed to be one of he was supposed to be like one of them. He actually was supposed to have Raheem's part.
Yes.
Wow. We had special ed and Tupac.
Yes.
and Tretch.
Yes.
I wonder if that would have changed his career.
It might have. To have a part like that at that time in his career,
and he was like the ish back then. When this
he was everything back then. He was.
Yeah, he was just. I think he had just dropped the album a little bit before that. Like the
right, he did.
I Got It Made and all of that.
I Got It Made came out before.
Well, that was like the 80s.
I'm talking about Microphone Fiend. My bad.
Yeah, he came out with it was like the Magnificent and the Mission and all that other stuff. That he came out with. Yeah.
Okay, she said she didn't want their son to end up like him and his friends.
Yeah,
that's what the girl had said. Yeah. Now, Booby, I want to ask you, since you the gentleman here in the group, that did you ever have now back in the day they used to call the reason why I took the picture of the boots of Tupac had
the Super Tims?
They back in the day they called them Super Tims, but now they call them 40 Below or something, right?
Yeah,
the 40 Below, the 40 Below Vortex. I had a pair. I definitely had a pair.
I didn't know they called them Super Tims. That's
new to me. That's all I know them as. But now I know that they're called 40 Below. But Did you
Oh
have
yeah,
a pair of
40.
those
Yeah, the
back in
40
the day?
blows. Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you have a pair? Okay, because they
Oh
back
yeah,
popular now.
let the
People
top
wearing it in
ride
there.
out. You can tuck your jeans in and then tie the strings around. Yo,
But they
yeah.
heavy boots. I don't know how in the world he
Oh yeah,
ran with
ain't no
boots
running
on.
in these.
I don't know how
You
he
ain't doing
ran
too
the
much
boots.
running, none of that.
Yeah, no, because they heavy. They are
I
heavy
would have
boots.
bust my
Yeah,
ass.
for sure.
No, they are very heavy boots. You know, Timberlands are heavy anyway,
They're
but
heavy.
these are like bigger than the regular Timberland than the butters. These are like go up your leg. They are really
they
big,
all
heavy
the way
boots.
Yeah,
up.
they was
They
heavy.
get a
They was
high,
heavy.
they got like a
You
higher
know,
boot.
and
You
but
see, they was
Yeah, I love
heavy
my
when he
40s.
walked.
the New Yorkers will wear Timberlands it could be 100 degrees outside. They'll have some Timberlands on with some shorts. You know,
Yeah, some fresh
so,
butters,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
summertime.
But
Oh yeah, for sure.
DC dudes do
Or
it
the
too. Though.
chicken
I
and
don't want to say just
broccoli
New
one.
Yorkers, but DC dudes do that too.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
beef and broccolis. We had the we
Beef
had
and
the
broccoli.
hikers, the beef and broccoli.
yeah, the big
Yep.
right. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right. So he walking down the street, and then that's when he, get the run in with Rodamans, and so now we see Tretch. And it's funny how Tretch was supposed to actually he went out for the role of Bishop first, and Tupac was just there because they were best buddies. He just went there to support his friend, and it turned out that Tupac ended up getting the role, and Tretch didn't, because but Tupac was a better fit because he came from acting from the Baltimore School of the Arts.
Exactly. Yep.
Shakespeare and all that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
this was not, foreign to him to do an acting role. At this
Inga,
time, he hadn't done any acting yet. He was just still, just rapping. He was Trigger Tretch at that time. He was still.
I did
Exactly.
not know that, Inga. I had no idea. You're educating me.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's. I mean, yeah, you can even find him saying this.
He
It's,
said in the interview they
I
went there
never
together.
heard this. So he
yeah,
never.
go look up any video. I mean, any interview with Tretch. He'll talk.
Him and Trench was like
Yeah.
this, and they went to
They was
that
tight.
audition
Yeah, they was
together.
super tight.
Best friends.
Yeah.
And like I said, Special Ed was supposed to get Raheem's part. So it would have been if
the whole thing would have been different. It would have been a
Yeah.
different movie. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. They didn't. And Tretch had one of the hottest joints on the soundtrack. That Uptown Anthem was ridiculous.
Yes, Uptown Anthem. Yes, right.
Yep.
So Rodamans them, they was a little Latino gang, I guess. But Tretch wasn't Latino, but
it was a mixed gang back then.
really was
Everybody
mixed, 'cause there was
didn't do
another
all
black
of
guy
that
in the
where
gang,
they were
too.
separated like that. If you was down, y'all was down. It was a melting pot back then.
Yeah,
right. So of course he always getting into it with them and fighting and arguing and stuff, and then he sees the crew coming down, and and at that time they would always help each other out when something was going on. And Raheem seemed like he was the kind that everybody respected him.
Yes.
Everybody in the whole neighborhood respected him.
He was
Like,
level.
that guy.
He was able to squash this too real fast.
Yep.
But Tupac was still crazy with it. I would have
Right.
been your father, but the line was too long.
Too long. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Money B auditioned for the role as Bishop. Oh heck no! You know how little he
Yeah,
is.
you know that wasn't happening.
I'm probably taller than Money B. Money B is very little. Okay, he's real little. No, Money B is real little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she is short guy.
If
I'm
he's
trying to look up who y'all talking about.
Money
B from Digital Underground.
Yeah, in the song,
he was too small.
He got that one line, a dime and a nickel.
Yeah,
from Digital Underground. Yeah,
man, this right here bringing back. Just looking at the army jacket you got on the flight, and then you got on the car. Yo, this man,
I can't see anybody else playing him either. I agree. Support gang.
Nah.
I agree. So Raheem was that guy. Everybody respected him, and so nobody was messing with him.
Orange
so then,
Juice Jones.
And I like the fact, like this picture up here when this is when everybody was friends and they was all before the whole thing went crazy. I love seeing black young men being, that coming to age story, Monique. I love that kind of thing. I love seeing black kids, even though me and Booby did Menace in Society, even though that movie is, a darker movie, but they still was like friends, buddies. I like that kind of thing because they have each other's back. And I don't know a whole lot. I don't know if guys still like this now. I don't know because I'm not around in the streets. So
You
I
get
don't know.
some. You get some depending on. I mean, they upbringing. You definitely gonna get some here where you got pockets here, pockets there. It ain't as much because everybody's all about self a lot now these days, but you do get it though.
Yeah, right. So they go to the pool hall. Now I know about about pool halls. And I mean, I'm sure they was all around New York, right? Moochie pool halls and stuff. Yeah, because we had them here.
They still got them here.
They still got,
it's a spot I used to go to. They serve some good wings. The music be pumping, all of that.
And that's when we used to have fun up in the places like this. They had the arcade, those the pool hall, so they were just and then you got Orange Juice Jones. So we did mention him. And he's talking about what do you say, Booby? That's snappy nappy. What do you say? What's
snappy,
the line?
Nappy dugout.
Snappy nappy dugout. Yeah, the snappy nappy dugout.
That's right. Yeah. And then we got and then the legendary Sam Jackson. I'm saying Sam Jackson been in a lot of good movies. He has been. I haven't seen every movie he's done, but he's been in some classics though.
Man, I would love to see just the background stuff from this, you know what I mean? Just the outtakes and man, because I know they had fun on this set. They had
Oh yeah, no, I did hear I've heard interviews with Omar Epps and Jermaine Hopkins, and they did say that they actually had fun. Like back then, they was cracking jokes, they was having fun. They said Tupac was actually a fun guy. Like he was always laughing. He was a fun guy.
Yeah, they said that they put them all in a room like they was when they did their auditions. They put them all in a room to see who would mesh together, and that group was the best ones that meshed together because they had other people that was doing them other parts, and they just didn't work out.
Right,
so it was like after that day, it was a wrap.
There's actually an infamous clip of them. I think was it an MTV interview? One of them big names.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, like you can find on YouTube. Yeah,
I've seen it like so many times. They're being silly. They're cracking jokes. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to see. So
right, and I agree with Slim here that it was a coming of age story, but then it turned into a drama, thriller, horror movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it really did.
It did get dark. It turned lighthearted, right? He was lighthearted, but then it got real dark. Yeah. And the blink of an eye got dark. Yeah, right.
Just like
but
that.
It's real that way because it happens. You know what I mean? This situation has happened more times than a little.
Oh yeah, it happens in real life, stuff like this. Yeah, and so Q's the local DJ, so he making all this. Now we all know about the mixtapes. We all come from that mixtape era. So he was a guy that would make the mixtapes for the parties. Everybody knows somebody who did that. Who used to do the tape so that you can go to the party and you can jam and So that was the thing back then. I don't know if people still doing that now, making because I guess the same as like a playlist, right? That's what you want.
But he was an actual DJ, so you didn't get. You know how when you used to make your tapes back in the day from the prop box.
Oh, mine would be sometimes messed up. I had a commercial in there.
This is somebody that you would have like a
in the middle of it. Yeah, mine would be kind of messed up, but the real DJs knew how to do it.
Do y'all remember this line? No, my mother polishes my silverware.
Yeah, right. He's right. He didn't understand what Q was saying.
He said, "My mama polishes."
He said,
which was even a crazier line. That for him to say that was crazy.
Dude, that was like a pause line.
What you doing in your house, man?
And then that's why he went up from $10 to $15 for the mixtape. Okay,
$15 then.
It was $15. That's right, because he was having a good time. He said that last party you had a good time. So
I set it up for you.
That's right.
Nah, man.
That's right. So this is where they would go. Everybody's skipping school. So this is the spot where everybody come. They skip school and they come to what was Sam Jackson character name again?
Baby, don't ask me.
It was I had it. It was
oh my gosh, I can't remember that.
Was it Flip? Was it Flip or something? It wasn't. Was it Flip?
No, Flip is on Above the Rim. Yeah.
It was
Come on, support gaming or somebody. Y'all know the Slim. Y'all know the name. I can't think. What's Sam Jackson's character name on? I don't forgot.
It was
Trip. Trip or something like that. It was something like
Trip.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Trip.
Okay.
That's his name. I looked it up.
Okay, yeah. Joshua said the same thing. Trip. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
he had a little spot, and all the kids probably skipping school. So they in there playing the video games, and the cops come busting in. Because back then we said truant officers too.
Mm-hmm. Truant off, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
Out
they do
here
that no
in
more.
New York, it was school safety, and school safety now is with the police department. So they be walking around just like that, chasing you.
Oh, they still doing it? Okay, okay. And he telling Steele, come on, man, still trying to play that last little bit of game. Come on, now forget that quarter.
You're out of there.
He was playing Street Fighter. That's what he was playing. And that was a big game back in the day, Street Fighter. So
oh yeah.
Yeah. What was y'all video game back then in the days? I used to love Centipede. I used to love Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I did play Street Fighter. I played those games. What y'all used to play in y'all as a teenager?
Okay, I used to play pole position, Miss Pac-Man, Ladybug, and Centipede, and Burger Time too.
Burger Time.
Yes. What you played,
Boo?
And Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong.
Me, it was I mean, at that point in time, when this came out, it was what, like NBA Jam. Of course, I always had Miss Pac-Man because that was my mom's favorite. She loved. I just bought a Miss Pac-Man machine for her birthday this year. Damn. Then of course Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. At that time, those was probably my best ones. And then what was it that I think was San Francisco Rush out at that time? It was one of them racing games too. I forgot which one it is.
Yeah, I used to love racing games. Oh, I used to love them.
Was it pole position?
Was it pole position? Nah, you know what it was? It was
Gran Turismo. Was that out back then?
Nah, it was road. I think it was Road Rash, the one with the little with the motorcycle.
Okay, yeah.
It's like one of the first motorcycle games. Yeah, you gotta get around the turn. They'll have things crossing the street and all that stuff. If you get hit, then the bike will flip and all that other stuff. It was crazy.
Monique, did you play video games as a kid, as a teenager? Oh, I think she stepped away for a minute.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, but all these ones that Slim
I had
said.
ColecoVision.
Yeah,
ColecoVision.
I had the pole position. I had the car and everything. That part.
I had the Coleco before all that stuff when I was young. Yeah, we definitely had the ColecoVision and the Atari.
Yeah.
The 2600 Atari. We had that playing what was it, Pong, and all kinds of other stuff on there.
By this time I was married and we had Nintendo.
Yeah.
We played
right.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Monique, I was asking you, did you play video games as a teenager, as a middle school or high school, whatever it is?
Not so me, no. My friends, yes. Me,
I know you probably played Miss Pac-Man or something like that.
Oh, stuff like yes.
Everybody played them, or maybe Donkey Kong or something, one of them games. Because those are classics, yeah. I wasn't. I had a system one time back, but I never was like a big video person. I like it's fun, but I mean, I just. But I used to like going to the arcade. That's different from
playing. That's what it was. Time out.
Oh man, going to the arcade. That was like you meet up with your friends at the mall. Back then there was the quarters. You got a whole bag of quarters.
Yeah, that's what it was about.
Putting your money in there. I could play all day long.
Back then, when you go to the movie theaters, they used to have the video games there until at sunrise, until the whole thing happened with the Godfather. The Godfather 3, they had a big out there. And after that, all the video games out. It was they used to be everything.
Yeah, that's true. They used to be there too.
Yeah.
And so this is where I'm talking about with them Super Tims. Them 40 below, because
he got him moving. He was moving in them,
He's running from the cops, jumping over that. Look how he done flipped over that fence with them heavy boots on. I would have had to kick the damn boot.
When your adrenaline is pumping, you can do some amazing things when the cop is chasing you. I'm sorry. You can do a lot of things. You can hop fences that you thought you wouldn't be able to. I'm talking about hurdle them joints. And so especially
if you running for your life. Because you literally are.
Right.
Literally.
Like,
And
hey, I've been in that situation
go to
when
the
I was
arcade.
younger.
Yeah, that's how you gotta run from them.
Mhm.
Sometimes they used to tell you, y'all better run. I don't know why y'all walking, especially if they
high
see
stepping. Instead, high stepping like a
the
track
cops,
star.
the cops
y'all
was hanging
running
in there
right to
with
the
them for a
subway.
minute. The cops was hanging in there with them for a minute, you know.
Yeah, they was.
But like right here, they was hanging in there with them for a minute till it was time to jump across that that
Mhm.
okay, you're a New Yorker. You ever do this? Jump across the roof?
Nah, I ain't.
I ain't nah. You think your big brother did it? Jump across the buildings?
Nah, that would be like my cousins and stuff like that. If we would go to, because remember I'm from Queens, so it would be somebody like if I went to my cousin's house in Brooklyn. That's when we used to do stuff because I know I'm leaving that night.
Way I'm gonna jump across no building.
Or tomorrow morning.
You know?
Yeah, them rooftop chases, man.
I don't know if I could
Hey,
do that.
I've never
Spider-Man. That's some Spider-Man type of
I don't
ish.
know how they did that. I don't know how they did
I
that.
mean, it's easy because they close together.
They close together though.
It didn't look like it was the way
They
the camera angle was.
It's probably
how
like
they
the
shoot
angle
it is
because it's
gonna make
usually
it look
probably like
different.
it might be an alley or something like that.
And
where
that
the
usually my
building
luck. I slipped down the
Yeah.
thing and then I'm on the ground.
See,
I just slipped down through the crack. You know, I'm on the ground.
you taking a chance. Either
Yeah,
you
you
want to
definitely
get
taking
locked up or you want to get away.
They got away from the cops. They
The
definitely got
closest
away.
to that I've done is run from a dog and jump on a car.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done that for sure.
Oh nah.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
baby.
ran from. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I've done that. Yeah.
I definitely had to run from them boys before.
So
hey.
it was so still ended up going back. They grabbed him, I guess, and took him back to school. And then he ended up still escaping from the school. You know, so
they chased him out of there too. He chased him to the corner.
Yeah, the security guard. Yeah, yeah.
It's like you already know they did this on a regular basis because he knew where they was gonna be.
Yeah,
They knew which door he was coming out of, and they didn't have cell phones back then, so he didn't call nobody.
No,
it wasn't no cell phone. No, it was
this was already set up. This was orchestrated.
Right. They do this all the time. Yeah.
Y'all, it's so funny. This actor couldn't catch a break. First, Lean on Me. Now,
that's right.
Yeah,
he always was in some mess.
He always was
this. Strap wasn't he? He was in Strap too. So
yeah,
he was in Strap. Yes, he was. Yeah. So they, they hanging out. They just cutting school like they do this probably every day. They'll probably never go to school. Right. And we know when he don't go to school because we seen that when Q go back to school later on, he don't never go back. Yeah. So they, they walking down the street and they're just chilling, having a good old time. I mean, they just having a good time. I mean, this is when life was just fun. When you were a kid. 15, 16. This life was just fun. You ain't had no bills. You ain't had no problem.
Yeah, the rugby shirts. Oh man, I used to have so many rugbies.
And so then he said, so they found out that it's a DJ competition, and he said he going to join up. And it was so funny when Steele told him, he said, "Don't nobody know you. You just local."
He was being real though. That's your man. You know that's your people. He keeping it a buck with you.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, right.
He was like, so I still want to audition.
Yeah, he still want to audition. Yeah, and they
oh
go
my
to
god.
Oh Lord, not the truth.
You got the close up of the judge.
All right, Monique. Have you ever had gold teeth in your mouth? You ever wore the gold teeth?
Hell no.
Well, I had gold teeth. I want to see a picture.
No, don't tell me you had gold tooth.
I had a gold tooth.
Everybody had some type of front, you know what I mean? A cap or some
I
front.
never do that, but I never did.
I want to get me one now. I want to get me like a bedazzled, like cute,
like a little diamond or something.
Diamond. But that my parents.
But this thing, and then she's talking about I want to get the whole front down. Remember she said that in the movie.
She wanted the whole.
Yo, that would have been wow.
Girls was
already got protruding teeth anyway, and then she talking about getting the whole front. Oh, and he thought he was gonna go in there and sweet talk his way with her, but he did a little bit. He got her number, and they in there stealing all the albums.
Y'all
They in there selling all the albums. You know, the record store was the thing. Man, this taking me back, y'all. This taking me back. I used to spend my Saturdays in the record store, me and my friends.
Me too.
Oh
Even
yeah, we love that.
we just be in there flipping through the records and listening to the records.
Yeah, you had to get the list on what was about to drop, what was coming out. So
and you know what else we
spot.
used to do too? They had like the booths where you could go listen to stuff.
Yeah, listening
That's what I'm
booths.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This was the day. Yes, I missed these days. Tower Records, Waxy Maxi, Wiz.
Waxy Maxi's the
Waxy
nobody
Maxi,
beats the
They had the
Wiz.
Wiz
Yo,
in New York.
Sam Goody.
Sam Goody. Yep.
It was Adam. Yeah. Yes. I said the Wiz. Yes.
Up against the wall. Well, yo.
Up against the wall.
They had records in it.
Maybe I'm
yes. Yeah, it was those were and even
the
Mom
wall.
and Pop
That's
Shop.
what it's called. Now, Up Against the Wall was the clothing store. The wall was the
wall. That's it. Okay,
store, the
you're
wall.
right. Yeah,
the
I
wall.
know it was some wall. Yeah, I know. Okay, yes, right. Up against the wall, the clothing store. They sell jeans and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's right.
All the new stuff, all the flavor stuff that was
have
out.
made a comeback. That's true. Yeah, and they charging a crazy amount of money for them now too. So if you don't still have your vinyls, it's yeah. I mean, hold on to them if you still got them.
If you still got them, yeah.
If you still got them, hold on to them because they are so expensive now. When you
I used to love them vinyls, man. It wasn't nothing like. I just loved all the album covers, all the different album covers, man.
45s. I used to love my 45s. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 45 is crazy.
You just have just a song on one side, the A side, and the B side. So I loved it. And so he was conning this girl. He knew they ain't had no money. They was in there just stealing all the records, and they was having a good old time. And so now, right, they get to the little local bar, and Raheem said, "Hey, it's your turn to go in there and get the cigarettes." And but see, that's back then when you could get cigarettes, Monique, out the machine
together and buy stuff.
You can get you can go in there and get cigarettes out the machine, and then anybody could get cigarettes. I don't care if you was 10 years old. They used to send you to the store. Yes.
Oh yeah, they used to send you to the store for cigarettes.
My mother and father smoked cigarettes. And my father used to smoke Benson and Hedges, and my mother smoked Virginia Slim. They used to send me to the store to go go to the local place, whatever, go get cigarettes. You can go get cigarettes as a kid. Now, I couldn't buy liquor, but I could buy cigarettes.
Buy cigarettes, yep.
Yeah.
Unless you might go to the bodega and have luck with somebody.
Yeah, like a corner store or something like that. Look, yeah, you go to the corner store,
especially if they know you, they know your parents or something. You send a note. After a while, you didn't even need a note.
After a while, you ain't need a note. You are absolutely right.
They sold cigarettes. I mean, they sold packs of cigarettes. It was it was not a big deal back then.
They didn't care at all.
I just know my friend used to go to the store to get cigarettes for her mom.
Yeah, I did it all the time. Both my parents, my grandfather, everybody smoked cigarettes. But ain't nobody smoking now. But back then, everybody in my family smoked cigarettes. All of those.
Like you said, that's why they had the machines everywhere.
They would tell
cigarette machines in the bar. You had them in the laundromat. You had them in the
laundromat. They would say, "Go down
stores." Like you had them everywhere.
Train stations.
Look at me talking about. You to go get the Cools, the Cool 100. That's what I was like. Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, yeah. You can't do that now, but you can't do that now, but you could do it back then. It wasn't no thing. It wasn't even It wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even like a law or nothing, right? It was nothing. It was just go to.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Nope. Put the money in, pull the little handle out.
That's right. Yep. And look, he trying to rap to the girl, and she
always trying to get his Mac on. She looking at him like he crazy.
Looking at him like, nigga, please get out my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the payphone. I ain't thinking about you. And here we got EPMD, and they was smoking hot during this time. You know, Eric Sermon and Parrish, they was smoking hot during that time. And then we got what's the dude named Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Yeah. He just get out the joint, and he coming in to rob the place. just get out.
Crazy.
He just get out. He said, "When you get home?" Oh, I just got home like 5 days ago or something like that. He
Like
just
you want
home,
some of this?
and you want. He was like, "You want some?"
He like, nah.
He wasn't
And
playing.
Bishop's ass is like, oh, it's going down right now. Oh, let me go.
Right, yeah.
Your ass down, boy.
Right here, yeah. So they robbing. EPMD putting their hands up. They getting robbed, and
Yo.
Oh, didn't he tell him to strip? Didn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
He was like, strip. Oh, you look good, girl.
Hurry up, because you look
take
good.
your clothes off. Everybody, take your clothes off.
Right.
Yo.
That support gamer guy. He just got out of jail 5 days ago.
Yep.
Just to rob the store
and get taken out.
And then you're getting taken out. Yeah.
Man, that's a sad. Your poor mother, man. That's pathetic, yo.
That's what I'm
saying.
Then
they were so crazy with it. You can see the EPMD album in his hand.
Right. That's right.
In there.
The EPMD. Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And you're right, Monique. Bishop did say, "Come on, let's go in there and get a part."
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I'm glad they told him no. I'm glad they said no. We not going up.
They was like, nope, we going home. I'm like, that's when your friends would look out for you.
Yeah.
Right.
And we go with the Audi.
And then we go around the corner, and then we see old
like
girl. And then Bishop was like, "Yeah, I thought that's supposed to be your girl," or something. He said to him, right?
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah. And then here goes Special Ed with the fly candy apple red. We had the Audi, right? The Audi. And she get
the Audi 5000.
Audi 5000. Yeah. And she saw Raheem sitting right there. And she getting right up in that car. And where the baby at? The baby probably at the daycare or something like that.
Yeah, Mama got the baby. Have a life. Mama gotta have a life too.
Mama got
Like that. I thought that was your woman.
Because Special Ed got the bread and got the car. Raheem ain't got nothing. He ain't got a job or nothing. They out here stealing and doing something.
Fellas, I feel, I know we didn't know much about her, but I feel like if she saw Raheem making an effort, she would have stayed with him. But you can't bring nothing to the table and then you're not even trying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't even think Raheem was trying because he was also messing with.
I know they was both in high school, so she, in my eyes, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, but she was fast.
Yeah, she was fast.
You in high school, pregnant,
fast,
and you running out, you running around with a dude with a whip, so he probably gonna be your next baby daddy. So
also, Monique, this happens now too. So it's not like I'm talking about something back in the day because we know it's happened. We didn't call them city girls back then, but they the same thing. It's the same thing. We just didn't call them city girls, but it's the same thing. Like Carisha and JT and all them. I gotta get the bag. I gotta get me a nigga with who can drip me. And I'm not saying she was that, but them girls was doing that stuff too, right, Moochie?
They just covered BMF, so we already know. If you watch the First Lady,
I mean, I mean, well, we saw that with BMF, So, this ain't nothing new. It's the same suit warmed over right now. This the same thing.
Yep, basically.
The same old beef stew on the stove, just warmed over.
Put a little bit
more
pepper.
Never lied.
No, I'm about to use that line on somebody.
Oh, that's an old school line. My granddad and them used to say that's the same old soup or same old beef stew. They used to say that all the time.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Came from old people too. So yes. And sometimes the stuff don't be making no sense when you're young, but when you get older, you're like, wait a minute, the same old soup. It's like you said, the same thing. Like it's just a different year, but the same thing. So
same song, same soup, all that stuff.
She probably was a city girl back in the day. She probably was like she walking around with her she had the puff coat with the fur around the
I told you I had that red coat.
Yeah.
Everybody had them puff coats.
Back then in our day, in the DMV, we had them. I mean, some people had the goose, we had them Eddies. That's an Eddie Bauer right there.
Eddie Bauer coat.
Oh no, I had the triple fat. That's what I had.
Triple fat goose.
All them too. Because
we was wearing those.
Our style from New York too. It was, y'all would come down this way and we would go up there to get out. Because there was many times we used to go up there to New York so we can get all our stuff and come back down here. And so we could say, well, where you get that from, girl? It ain't.
It'd be less out there because an Eddie, you get an Eddie in New York, it didn't cost as much as it did here because that was a style here. So
you could go to Delancey too and get stuff.
Right. they go to Steele's parents' house where Steele living at. And when he was making the eggs and the bacon and putting
that's right.
in the stuff and stirring it up, who does that?
Gotta get it right, buddy.
No, you ain't putting no old booby. If you ain't cooking no breakfast,
I ain't never put that in my food.
Okay, and putting no old English up in there. Okay?
That's nasty.
That was
man.
It looked like vomit. It did.
Oh,
yeah. Of the food.
They was like, what the F is this? Didn't they say that? Somebody said, what the F is this?
Yeah, it's like, I'm too hungry to throw it away.
I bet you was stinking. It was stinking. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so they in there, they watching TV. Bishop was watching the original Public. What's that? The original Public Enemy, right? The 19th.
Yeah. That was the James Cagney movie.
Yeah, James Cagney. Yeah. That was the original, like that was before The Godfather and all the movies we see now. So, because mafia movies been around since the 20s.
Oh yeah.
They had the Untouchables that used to come on every week.
Right.
Do y'all remember those?
Yes.
And you see them with the Tommy gun?
Yeah, with the Tommy gun. Yeah.
Used to come on real late.
Now, if I see somebody with a Tommy gun, I'm like, where the hell you get that from? A museum? I don't need
they still out there. They still out there. People taking care of them. It's hard to get one, but they out there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. But I mean, look, Q got his feet on the mother's coffee table. I mean, and they had the plastic all over the furniture. Now, I don't know about the plastic on the furniture. Did y'all have plastic when y'all grandmama had plastic on the furniture?
Oh yeah.
I know somebody in the family had plastic on the furniture.
Yeah, grandmoms had plastic on the furniture. Yeah. My mom, she ain't like that, but she was one of the people that switched out her furniture like every 3 years.
It was somebody in church, it was your auntie, it was your cousin. Somebody had plastic on the furniture.
Oh yeah.
Somebody. Yes, my somebody had plastic on his furniture, and he didn't even allow my son. He used to not allow my son in the living room.
No, the only time they take the plastic off is a company coming over, like, it could be like a holiday or somebody important, maybe the pastor from church coming over, something like
y'all can chill in the den. Y'all not going in the living room.
Yeah.
Stay off my carpet, stay off my couch.
Yeah, see, they lived in an apartment, so it wasn't no den to go to, but still you gonna sit on that plastic. You're not gonna now if they couldn't do this if the parents was home.
And that stuff be all hot in the summer.
Oh my God!
You can have it on his car, the plastic.
Oh, look,
he had it on one of his cars. You know how that burn your leg when you sit in the hot car.
Kelly said her grandmother still got the plastic on her furniture out in Brownsville.
Wow. Hey, that's antique furniture.
Oh, Brandon, you say you never saw plastic on any furniture?
Are you serious?
Well, maybe I don't know how old Brandon is, but it depends on sometimes
people like that.
Your family didn't do it. Somebody did it though. Trust me. Some old person in your family.
Somebody grandma house you went to, auntie.
Somebody's grandma house, cousin, auntie, friend, somebody.
Somebody had
always had that.
Oh, and I agree with Slim. This scene right here was the beginning of the end. It was this when everything started going down.
Yep.
Yeah, this when everything started going, because they see Riderman's them outside, and he was like, "Look, we can't even keep we hiding from Riderman's. We can't even be outside." And it was he just. So what do you think clicked in Bishop? He just clicked in the scene right here.
You know what clicked? It was that, and then when they showed the thing on TV, he was saying we should have been
about Blizzard. Yeah, right there.
He got taken out. Yeah.
And Q was like, no, it would have been 5 dead instead of 1.
Exactly.
5 unalive instead of 1.
No, Bishop was definitely unhinged. Like, he definitely was. When you look back,
Bishop was. He was just like his pops. Yeah, we just talked about that, Monique, right? He was. We see now that he was some
mental illness.
Yeah, it was definitely a mental illness. I didn't know what to call it when I was younger. When I watched it,
we didn't. No, I didn't. None of us called it that because we didn't even talk about mental illness.
Yeah, I just knew something wasn't right with him.
No, it was that, and then on top of the fact that he just got top, he wanted to be the man, basically. You know, what I
Yes.
mean, he really wanted some juice, like you said, he wanted respect, and
He
he
wanted
wasn't getting that. He
respect.
talking about we
But he
run so
did.
much, I feel like I'm on a track team and all this other stuff.
But Monique made a point earlier. This might have been before you even came on, Booby, that he was Bishop was I think Bishop might have always been a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I think because they was friends, I think they was able to just deal with him. But this is where he got dark. Like this scene
went dark.
It went dark. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I want you to know that's kind of, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, if you do research on a lot of severe mental issues like bipolarism and schizophrenia, a lot of the times that the symptoms kind of onset are late teens and a lot of times early 20s. So again, we didn't know what to call it, but obviously our instincts knew something wasn't right with him. So it makes sense that, Bishop, the way Ingus kind of said it just now, they probably felt like Bishop was always that like odd friend. He was always odd, but that was Bishop. They knew him since they were kids. But then once he hit a certain point in his life and puberty and stuff, it kind of got worse. So like Ingus said, it went dark. So they were like, wait, we're not used to seeing.
Yeah, because see, look at him and Q right here. They remember they got into a little squabble. Look, they tore Moochie. Imagine if you had your friends over at the house. You supposed to have been in school. Y'all done cut school, and then your friends get to squabbling in your living room, tore your mother's house up. Your mother would have came home and kicked your hump.
Still was cussing them out like y'all messing up my mother's house.
They broke her vase or something.
They broke a vase. Yeah,
they knocked the vase, the picture hanging off the wall. I mean,
they was wilding. They was
bad. It was bad.
Phil was like, "What y'all doing, man? Y'all taking my mother house. My mother, I'm gonna get in trouble for this."
And
you're not even supposed to be there in the first place, and then you tear a house up. Oh man, I would have got
another scene. Inga, like you said earlier, who do we see being the peacemaker? Raheem. We see him again in the middle of it, trying to neutralize the situation, which now that I see it as I got older, it broke my heart more because you know what happened. It just really shows you he wasn't about that life. He really was young, innocent, coming of age, figuring out himself, but he didn't want that street life. That wasn't him. You know,
he was halfway. I say he was halfway in, halfway out.
No gun and go rob a bar.
Yeah, he wasn't about that life.
He wasn't trying to do none of that. Look, stealing records.
But he the one that bought it though.
Ain't like a big deal like that. And running from the
He's the one that bought the gun at that time. He's the one that bought the gun because he was trying to get his money up because all the stuff that his baby moms was telling him. So they all had their own. They all had their own reasons for why they was doing what they was doing.
But Q didn't have no reason. Neither did Steele. Neither one of them wanted to do it.
Nah, Q didn't want. Q already had his.
Whatever they told him to do, he was just scared.
Yeah, he was. So it was really Raheem and Bishop had their reasons for why they wanted to rob the store, but still in Q was just along for the ride.
I wanted to say one last thing about that little squabble in the apartment. It reminded me, Moochie, of Cooley High when they had that fight at the party in the break front. Remember we did, me, you and Tamika did the review, and they had the party. They done tore the whole. I'm telling you, your parents would have got a strap, Monique, and tore your tail. I don't know about your parents. I don't know how your parents were, but I know my father, not my mother. My mother didn't whip us, but my father didn't play no games, and he would have got the strap. I don't care if you're girl, boy. You came home and he done tore the house up, and you had.
They wasn't doing that at my crib anyway.
Oh yeah, I would have got the strap.
It's not happening.
Oh yeah. That was something that just made me. I mean, it was messed up, but it made me laugh too. You know. But
and this scene,
look at him. He like really full of it too. Like
rolling his eyes and stuff.
Rolling his eyes like
Bishop, right, man. Bishop wanted to be the man. Like I said, he wanted respect in the hood. He wanted basically to run the streets for real. But he didn't know how to do it. You already see how his upbringing is at home. His pops is basically comatose for real, you know what I mean? And he's just out of it. So his grandmom's is probably raising him. So you know, he had the best upbringing. And in the streets, he ain't getting no respect. Every time he step out the door, he got Rodamez on him.
Right. That's what he said. He said somebody said it in here. I think maybe
he said he running so much he feel like he on the track team.
Like a track team because he was always running. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
so he like, man, I'm tired of this. You know what I mean? I'm tired of running. I'm tired of not getting mine. I'm tired of, and of course, along with the other stuff, the underlying things that he had going on with his family. Of course, if he had some mental issues, that paired with him not getting no respect in the streets and them basically being okay with it in his eyes, that he lost it. Lost.
I'm going to ask Monique something, and then Moochie can then tell her how she felt. But I'm going to ask Monique because we talk about this all the time. Was she a predator?
Yes.
He was 20-something years old, and he was 17. Remember, they do say 17.
She could have been predatory on me.
Transition well with this part.
No, it didn't. No, everything transitioned to today except this.
Yeah,
everything about this movie could happen
back
now.
then, and this is what I'm saying. This was in 91, right? 92. Back then, people wasn't really saying nothing like this about.
I know. That's why when we have these discussions and everybody gets so passionate, I was like, y'all have to remember that this didn't happen. I mean, this happened. This was normal. I dated dudes that was older than me when I was 16 and 17. Now, in today's society, they should have been locked up, but it wasn't a big deal.
You know, Inga, you're right.
Used to come up to the school. What are you talking about?
It wasn't a big deal, but you know, now that we're older, wiser, we know better. Then we can admit now that it. Because when I was younger, I didn't catch on. I'm telling you, I was just like, okay.
But see, they don't want to call the women predators. If it was had it been look, she had a husband, and they look, you know what I'm saying? She had a husband, but you divorce your husband for whatever reasons. We don't know why they divorced. What was his name? Frank or something like that. Frank.
I don't
even whatever reasons. I mean, and we ain't getting into that part, but they divorced. But then you go and mess around with a 17-year-old. What can he bring to your life? You got an apartment. You a nurse.
Exactly. It was so weird.
What is a 17 other than some dick? Excuse me, y'all. It's it's late.
It's one. We've been on for over an hour. It's late. Some dick.
Yeah, this is after dark. You know what I'm saying?
I give her some. I give her some dick. I'm good.
You know what?
I think she could be predatory against me any day.
She was gorgeous. Back then, she was very beautiful. She was very
beautiful. Any other women from En Vogue could have been predatory against me because they were all beautiful. I'm sorry.
They really were beautiful women.
They was all bad.
Yes. Yeah, they were beautiful. They really was.
Somebody said Frank couldn't get it up.
I know. Yeah. Frank couldn't get it up. I mean, I don't know.
What you chain snatcher?
Yeah, he gonna change. He talking about.
He was hating hard. He was hating super hard.
He said, "What did he say? Yeah, my name is Q." He said, "Oh, what? He said, is it too hard to spell?"
He said, is it too hard to spell Akbar? And he was real polite. He said, my name is Q because my real name is Quincy, but I really don't care for that name, so everybody calls me Q for short. And he was like, "Well, how you doing, Quincy?"
And you know something? My son name is Quincy, and I call him Q.
Oh,
he named him after the movie though, but my mother named him based on Quincy Jones. My mother actually gave him that.
Nice.
It was funny. I was pregnant, and we were watching a documentary on Quincy Jones, and I kept trying to come up with all kind of names. I couldn't think of names. My mother said, "No, I think Quincy is a good," and it just kept sticking in my head, Quincy, and it stayed, you know. But we do call him Q. It's funny, so it's the same thing.
That's cute.
Yeah. Frank was in School Days. Yeah, the guy, the actor. Yeah, he was in School. He was a couple of Spike Lee movies. Yeah, he was I think Malcolm X. There was a couple of Spike Lee movies. This guy. Yeah. So see, we don't want to call the women predators because we always call us the men.
And it happens to this day. We got a lot of school teachers out here. A lot of female school teachers out here being predatory.
Yo, they wilding out, some of them.
No, the school teachers is wilding out.
Yeah.
Monique, I know you say you want to have a one day when you do have a baby, have a nice healthy baby. But watch these school teachers, these men and the women. They crazy.
I'm watching
You better be up school. You better be at the PTA meetings. You better be at the back to school, out of school, all the kind of meetings, all the meetings. Yeah, you better be up there and let them know who you are.
They gonna know who I am.
Yeah,
my mom didn't play that.
My mom, Moochie, right? These parents, these teachers is wilding there.
Crazy.
Wilding, yeah. You know,
no,
so
you have to be very. I don't know. Never mind. Let me not go that deep. But yeah,
I can go down the rabbit hole with that mess. But this,
me too. You know, I can go on a
Because I was thinking about that lady. You know, that lady who had that children, Mary Kate Latordo or whatever. She had that 13-year-old boy. Man, I'm telling you, these teachers still doing it though. These teachers are still doing this now. Yeah. But anyway, so Frank ended up leaving, and there they getting it in, and then
hey, sorry.
And then after a little love session, then he smoked a little J. You know what I'm saying?
She was just doing
smoking
everything
her
wrong with him.
Smoking J after smoking them boots. Let's go.
That's right.
Change this, girl. I'm getting a little excited. Change this little
slide. I know that's
right.
Wow.
Baby,
see how getting a little hot and bothered over there.
Monique, don't get no 17-year-old man, okay?
No, but I'm just saying, do you see how fine they both are in this scene?
Yeah, they look good right here. They do
black love. What you mean? It's black. There's nothing like it.
Shit. You about to smash and hit that's some sexy shit, yo. I don't care what y'all say. That's sexy.
Oh,
yeah. Ain't nothing like that's the first thing you should have after smashing. What you talking about? Had that already rolled up.
Yup.
Right. Right.
Baby.
You're right.
Cloud nine after that.
It's a must.
So he leaves there. He go home, and you got Raheem sitting on the steps waiting for him. Talking about we're gonna have a meeting in the basketball court. And he was like, "No, I got my DJ competition thing. You know, I got the audition. I'm sorry, I got a DJ audition." Yeah. And he said, "All right, we're gonna meet up after your audition." So he started doing his thing, and he started DJ. I said, "Booby, did you ever DJ?"
I ain't never DJ. Nah, I didn't. Me and my peoples, we had a little go-go band, but I ain't never DJ.
Oh, for real?
I never did that. A little bit. We did a little something at little parties and stuff like that. So yeah, we definitely got ours in. You know, we had a little group, little rap group and all that stuff when I was young. So yeah, I did my part. Did my part when I was younger, but I ain't never DJ.
Gotcha.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that was a skill I I've tried. I mean,
police, and 30 years later, Detective Howard is the police chasing the kids.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that ironic?
I know. I thought that was a great 50, or stars, whoever had picked him to be in. I thought it was good. That was good casting.
Yeah. Man, he got me wanting to go ahead and get me another bucket hat like that. I'm gonna have to find
one. No, I got a couple of bucket hats, and my son wears them. I have a couple of them, but
but not like that one. That was like
this one. I don't have one like that.
That was different. Yeah, that was man.
So now he doing his thing, and he getting it in. Then his mother peeking on him, and I guess she figures, I don't even think she know he wasn't going to school, but I guess she figured he ain't in the street, so I'm leave him alone. And so he go to the competition. I mean, to the audition. That's when we see Flex Alexander, and Queen Latifah, the legend Queen Latifah.
Oh man!
And and then when she cursed him out, that was funny to me.
Yo,
she was like,
and this was Flex was like a dancer. This was before his acting days.
Snatched the cassette out her hand. She said, "I know you ain't just snatched that out my hand." She said, "I know you ain't just snatched that out my hand."
Not the queen.
Yeah, I mean, she laid him out. She thought he was like, "Man, F you." She said, "You could have."
You might have.
She cursed. I mean, she tore him up. Yeah, she tore him up.
Yo, said, Flex he wasn't even really. He was famous for being like a background dancer in videos and stuff at this point.
First, a stand-up comic, all kinds of stuff. He done did everything. Flex Alexander did everything. Yeah,
so, he did.
And He's still married to Shanice. All these years, I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. So he now Trip knows everything. Everything that's going. He just left the competition, but Trip already know what happened. Like this dude just keep his ear to the street. He knows everything. And look at him. He's sitting there talking to a little young girl.
I was about to say the same thing. Talking to a little young girl.
Look at them bangs and stuff. She look about 16 probably. You know. So, but he knew everything that was going on. And then he ended up meeting them at the park. And then that's when we see the little pow. Okay. Booby, this when it went down. It was going down here from this point on. Yeah. I mean, they gonna try to rob the old man at the old man Quiller's at the corner store. And I just know it just wasn't even worth it.
In their eyes, it's anything is worth it. I mean, they hustling.
That wasn't no money. They just like, you know.
It's money to them because they was hustling at the arcade. They wasn't getting no bread. So
what, $200 maybe?
Exactly.
It probably was. It could have been $100. You know, so it probably wasn't even that much money. Just like when Ruby did Minister Society and Old Dog took that dude out and only had like a couple of dollars. It wasn't even that much money.
Stupid.
Yeah, I guess it was just the principle. Like I gotta take you out because you're being disrespectful. You know.
Yeah, so, but this right here, they setting up a robbery at Quiller's store.
They setting up a robbery. Yeah. They said
he ain't making no real money. Come on, man.
Steele and Q did not want to be a part of it, but those his friends, so they just going along with it. Now I wonder whose idea was it? Was it probably Bishop's or was it Raheem's idea?
I think it was Bishop. I mean, it was Raheem's idea once he saw that car with special ed.
He know he got to get his money up, and Bishop just right with it. He's with it.
Exactly.
She was with it. Yeah. Yep. Look at and here you go talking about I'm a hold the gun. He said, why he gotta hold the gun? Because I got the gun. That's why I'm holding it.
I already got it.
Yeah, and that was the worst thing they did was let him hold the gun. Let him keep the gun.
The worst thing.
The worst idea. They you know, they said, okay, we're gonna meet up. They used his DJ thing as an alibi. So in between sets, they go rob the man, and then they was gonna run back to the thing. It's hopefully nobody know they was missing, you know. And that turned all the way wrong. So we had the DJ the Mix Master Massacre, and you see DJ Red Alert was in here. We see Uncle Ralph from the video Moochie, you know what I'm talking about.
Video music box.
Ralph McDaniels.
Ralph McDaniels, he in the background, and and Fred Five Freddy, and so they doing their thing. Everybody look like they having a good time. And then this way we had Ed Lover and the East Coast Dr. Dre, and even D Nice is up in the corner. D Nice is way back in the corner. Wow. Yeah. And T Money used to be the DJ on Yo MTV Raps. He's back in the corner too. Yeah. And so this was their time. So he did his little set. He had a little break, and I guess because it's probably a lot of people. He said he was going number 7. Didn't he say that? He said he was going 7.
Yeah.
So in between the break, and I guess he won his set. So in between the break, he was going to go and do the thing and come back. And, that was not enough time. I mean, I thought that was not good to do that.
It wasn't.
It was not good.
This whole thing was poorly planned, poorly executed. It just was, they did not put enough thought into it. It was just very rookie mistake. It was just poorly done. Poorly executed.
They thought they had it.
They had the police cars, Tom. You could say all of that. They had the police car time when
right here.
They knew when to go in and when not to. They just messed up because
Bishop Snap. Yeah, Bishop Snap.
Look, they
seemed like he wanted to do that.
They had the money, whether it was $100 or $200, whatever. It couldn't have been that much because in them stores they don't keep a lot of money.
They don't keep a lot. So like
register. And remember, they didn't want no safe. They just went into the register. The register you use retail. You don't keep on $100.
Don't keep a lot. Nah, you take the money out and then
you don't keep more than $100 at a time.
But like Moochie said, it seems like Bishop wanted to do that. Like, it just was weird.
Support Gaming said that Bishop had no choice. Yes, he did. He had to shoot that man.
Nah, he being funny.
I'm about to say.
He moved. Nah.
Nobody ain't force him. I mean,
even though Steele did say his name, but he said Raheem's name, but I don't think Quilla has even heard that though.
I don't think so either. No, he gets
the their voices were muffled because of the mask.
And he said, "Don't shoot, just take whatever you want, don't shoot."
Yeah,
and everybody had a mask like this back in the day too. For after this,
that's true. Yeah,
everybody had one of these masks.
Popular. Yeah, they don't even like you wearing them type of masks now because they, people, be robbing you and carrying on. But now they wear the whole ski mask covering your whole face up now. So
Pooh Shiesty, let's go.
Yeah, the Pooh Shiesties. That's right. That's right. So they took the man out. The bullet right in his head too. At that, so
very vicious, very violent,
very vicious. Yeah, and then this is when it's over from this point. It's over from this point. The movie is over at this point. It's over.
It's over. I have anxiety. Wrap it up.
and we missed that. That was a point. That was probably one of my favorite parts before they even set up the joint when they was out front of the store and Quilles came outside. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to shoot your pee-pee off."
Oh yeah, early on. Yeah. Right. He did. He came. That was back when they did the rider mask. Yeah. But they go running. They running down and I mean, this is where it just went wrong here, right? This is where the dark part comes in, y'all. Yep. It go wrong. They arguing why you had to do it, and he's talking about. You can see Bishop didn't even look like he.
Yeah, look at him in the top.
He was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Moochie, what you think about what Bishop did at this point? I mean,
yo, he was just being real like erratic with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I had to do it. Fat Boy said his name.
But then on that part, you go back one part. They show a flaw in the movie where the next one where Bishop had two guns.
Right.
He's holding the gun and then he has one in his waist right there.
Yeah. Right here, because he had one in his hand. And then it was something sticking out the pants right there.
Yeah, he had one in his waist.
Oh yeah, he got one in his waist.
I think they wasn't supposed to show that. They probably wasn't supposed to show that, but it just got in the movie somehow.
I don't mean no harm. That might have been Tupac's real gun. You know what I'm saying? He used to carry a piece. He used to carry a piece.
But it was the same. It was the same gun. It was the model of the same exact gun. So I don't know if he just. It was just a production mistake where they just let it rock.
Yeah. Everybody said Bishop had two guns. I guess I remember now, but I guess I ain't pay that much attention. But yeah, you're right. He did. And then they got the arguing and tussling over the gun. Bishop, give me the gun. I ain't giving you the gun. And then bam, he takes right in the chest. Two in the chest. I mean,
when they tussling over it.
Then you're gonna go and steal the money out his pocket.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, that was disgusting. And then Raheem reached up and grabbed his hand. Oh my goodness!
That looked like it scared him when he did that.
It did scam. Yeah, look at his face right here. It did scam. Yeah, and then they ran from there and went to another spot, right? And then that's when Steele was crying and boo-hooing, and he was scared and what's his name? Q tried to see like he could make a move, and that's when Bishop put that piece up in his face.
Yep.
I mean, it was
like, we just gonna go to the party.
It just got worse and worse. And we said, let's just go back to the party. Go back to the to the DJ competition. And at that point,
came in there, but when he came in the room, he tried to act like nothing was wrong. He was counting the money, like, okay, let's see how much money we got. Like nothing ever happened. Like he ain't just killed Raheem, or he ain't just shooting.
If you guys go back to the previous slide, right? Like shout out to Tupac, because again, the acting was exquisite. Yeah, in that scene, we saw multiple personalities. We saw him in shock, in disbelief of what he just did. Then he became frantic.
Right.
Then he became aggressive. And like it's just we saw 1 minute he was remorseful, the next minute he was in shock, the next minute he didn't give a F. It was like, I do think he might have had multiple personalities.
I agree with Suburbia. He deliberately took Raheem out.
He didn't have to, but it was like, I know when he did it, he was like, oh shit, what did I just do? Like,
oh yeah, well that's true, because it was like an impulse. I mean, it's like
it was very he has a rage. He had a rage about him.
It was just reactive.
Yeah. It was bad. It was terrible. I mean, and when you in the theater and watched it back then, I mean, the movie theater was quiet. Like everybody was chill.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I mean, this started off from a lighthearted movie where they just,
it turned real quick.
It turned dark.
I done touched school with my friends in high school, but we ain't never get no peace and go and do this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
All I heard was a lot of gasp in the movie. When I was in the movie theater, and the first night it was out too, I just heard a lot of it's like,
I just know the part when they was tussling over the pow pow.
Yes.
Everybody was like, and then when he took the chest
right here.
That's right. Oh, like that,
I mean, he put his whole arm into that, reaching, he like pow, pow. I mean, he just put his whole body into it, And then Steele, I felt bad for Steele crying. He's scared to death. I thought maybe Steele could have peed on himself. He was so scared. I mean,
he really did the way they was running.
Yeah, he really was scared.
It looked like they got away from him for a hot second. Then he popped in.
Okay, Mooch, I'm going to ask you, how do you think that the cops knew that they might have had something, could have been involved? Is because everybody knew that Raheem was always with them, and now Raheem is not with them?
Yeah, but if they found Raheem first. People asked around, they know they was all together.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sure they probably done ran and had run-ins with the cops before, and they was all together, so they was probably already linked.
And then here he go, Bishop come out.
Just somebody caught by the truant officers, the school safety people.
Right. And then he go, Bishop talking about somebody killed Raheem. Like,
I tell you,
TUPAC, I love you, but I hated you in this scene. In this,
I hated you in this whole motherfucking movie, because I know we're gonna get to it, but when we get to the repass,
go ahead.
Okay, well so they taking him in,
and
so he had to do the competition, and then they talking to the police, talking to look at
him,
but still never ratted. He never ratted. He kept it. He kept 10 toes down the whole time. No, they all know not to talk to the cops, so they just nobody said nothing. Because but then here go the film. This is what you talking about.
Ooh! Oh my god! When I tell you, I freaking cried. Like when I first watched it, I cried.
You have a nerve, and they go to baby mother. She crying because regardless, she still probably loved him regardless.
They just wasn't getting no
and that's your son, and that's your child's father too. So
of course,
you got a nerve to sit there and talk to the sister, and then Q's mother bringing him a plate of soul food. He's like, I don't want no food, and I mean, his stomach probably was in knots.
No, they were like,
when you talk to the mother, look at this.
Look at that. Evil.
That's real evil. That's diabolical evil.
That is diabolical. That is like next level. You're actually
looking at him. You're looking at him like, I cannot believe you talk.
No, that's actually a sociopath. That is.
It is. Yeah. That's a different level right there.
That is a different level.
Well, she might not have loved him support game, but she still, that's a child's.
No, let me tell y'all, as a woman, hold up, y'all. Pause.
Wait, what?
Pause. I want y'all to understand. They were both kids. That's probably the only man besides I'm saying at the time, that was probably her first love. Right. So they were kids. Yes, they had issues, and yes, but she loved. You don't stop, especially when you're that young and vulnerable. You don't stop loving your baby.
Yeah. If Raheem was doing the right thing, she would have never been jumping in special ed.
She loved him. don't question if she loved him. She definitely loved him. And
these are not grown 30, 40, 50-year-old women. This is a 17-year-old girl.
17-year-old girl.
16,
still in school.
So but this was just I mean, you sitting there hugging the mother. If you need anything, reach out. He talking about this one, we know his name is Roland Bishop. So, you remember me, Roland Bishop? We've been friends. I was friends with him since 2nd grade.
That's messed up.
And
this is how it really be going down.
This goes down.
Be
No,
really
this happens all the time. How many times we watch the
Big
news?
Red. This is Big Red 5 Heartbeat territory.
Right, like Big Red. Like we just did the 5 Heartbeat. Right.
Did the 5 Heartbeat.
But this happens in real life. How many times y'all watch the news and somebody that killed the wife, the lady killed the husband, they killed the kids, and they act like ain't nothing, nothing happened. They just go to the funeral, go on about the life until we end up finding the. I just watched the story like that, watching 2020 the other night on ABC. And them kind of stories happen all the time till to this
all
day.
The time, especially when it's like if the husband eliminates the wife or the wife eliminates the husband. I watched this real quick. I saw a documentary too, you guys. Y'all might be interested. It's from the same creators who did Law and Order. And it's all the crimes are based in New York City, like Law and Order. It is real crimes.
Oh, the one that's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. Yeah. Y'all, I binged it in one.
It's in my list.
That's on my list too.
Yes.
I tell you, I wanted more episodes, but I say that to say there was a similar
true crime.
I love the true crime stuff. But yeah, to Inga's point, people are evil like this every day. It's sick. It's
right. Man, people are even like, and this, I mean, but the way he even looked up at Q, just like, I got, you can't do nothing to me,
You better not say nothing.
That's the look I saw. You better not say nothing.
Yeah, you better not say nothing.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
And I know you're answering this as an adult who's already been through life. So obviously your answer now would be different versus your answer if you were 17 or 18. But the person you are now, and if you do reflect on your younger self, how do you think your younger self would have handled something as catastrophic as this?
That's a good one.
Me.
So I've asked myself. Yeah, go ahead, Booby.
I know me. I had a short fuse. I was cool, calm, and collected, but when it came to certain stuff, I had a very, very short fuse.
Okay.
So as soon as I would have seen that, the gig would have been up because I'd have stole on him right there. We'd have been rumbling, and they'd have been mad at us because we'd have been rumbling at the repast. I'm sorry. I'd apologize to his moms and all that other stuff. I'm like, nah, you did it. You did nah, blah, blah, blah. No, we not keeping that secret. And then on top of that, you violating by coming to his mom's crib and hugging on her, acting like when we actually see you with our own eyes do it.
Psychopath.
Bro.
Sociopath. Yeah.
He was
definitely a sociopath. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have been rumbling right there.
Boogie, I respect that. My only thing, brother, is at that point you would. I know it gets murky because everybody has different definitions of what snitching is. I feel like in this case, it would not be snitching. Like I feel like I would have, if I was going to call Bishop out, I would have also had to get law enforcement because at this point, if you took out Raheem, you definitely would take out me. So that's how I see it.
Well, you're gonna have to take out everybody at the repass because if you would have I would have let it ride and take care of them on my own accord if we was out and about. But
what if he pulls up on you, follows you home, and pow you in the head? Like at that point, Bishop was a sociopath. Like they were like, "Yo, this." I mean,
I agree.
You gotta.
If he would have made it out of there, I mean, I'm not. At that point, I get it in this scenario, but I'm not Q. At that point, we definitely been rubbing out because I definitely wasn't. I wasn't naked out in them streets, so.
I got you. Okay.
Moochie, what was you saying, Moochie?
I was saying that if this happened, you got to look at it like this too. They all committed a crime together.
Oh, you're right.
You going to the police That means y'all all going down. You snitching on yourself.
Well, he said that. He said if I go down, we all go. He
all go down. Yeah.
He said it.
I'm just saying, Q was better than me at that point.
Said that.
He said at the
locker room.
It was the locker room scene, which I cannot.
The locker.
Yeah, that's coming up next. Okay, so he got the boom box. He won second place because he left the competition early. So he got a little boom box. Now I had a Panasonic too. I've had one of them boom boxes before. Panasonic. And so he gets it to the little brother. Everybody know the little brother now. Everybody know him from everything. I mean,
My wife and kids.
New York Undercover. He played G on New York Undercover. Yeah, everybody know him. And then I forgot that in this movie, Donald Faison.
Donald Faison,
I said it
I forgot. Yeah, he just had the little cameo in here. I forgot that.
Man, it been that long, bro.
and he was telling the little brother, Bishop comes around. You don't know where I'm at. Don't tell him nothing. And so he was warning the little brother.
Bishop did pop up on him at the house trying to get
Yo, Q, yeah. And it had been so long.
Because he's trying to chill like everything is everything, and it's not. We're not cool like that no more, man.
Right. And he was trying to. Q goes to school. He ain't been to school in so long. He damn near can't remember the combination. Okay, can't even get to the locker.
The nigga in the background. The nigga in the background was like, he was like,
What'd you say, Money?
The nigga in the background was like, "Damn, it's been that long."
Yeah,
that was Donald Faison.
He couldn't remember I know Donald Faison. He could never remember the combination. Then he gets into the locker, and then there's dust all over the books. Like I skipped school, but I ain't never skipped school that many times.
That's crazy.
I mean, you got to be out of school. Look, that damn 6 months. They had that much dust on these damn books. I mean,
you ain't never went to class since school started.
Why you gonna show up now? If you ain't been there probably the whole semester.
Well, he's trying to get his life. I think a lot just happened and he realized
that's true. He lost his best friend. Bishop is wilding.
He was like, let me go to school, let me do my little DJing thing, keep my head down and just
that's
and then Bishop just comes out of nowhere and come behind the locker and
the scene.
Wait a minute, let me see.
Can I do a little can we do a little role play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here y'all want a fun fact? A couple years ago, I went on a group trip. It was a co-ed trip, and we did this game where it was like go around a table and like act out one of your favorite scenes from a movie, and everybody had to guess. And I did this one, and everybody was like, "Oh, I got serious with it, y'all." It was so funny. But this scene to me is like iconic, and I just feel like when people watch this scene, especially. You know how they say there's sometimes you wish you could go back and relive when you first watch something? I wish I could go back and relive when I first watched this scene. Because this scene, when I tell you Tupac had niggas being like, hey, are you Bishop in real life? Like, Tupac had ninjas like, yo, you played that role too well, brother. I'm not even going to mess with you in the streets because you...
Right.
Like, I just feel like this was freaking crazy. And again, shout out to Tupac being a theater kid, School of the Arts. He bodied it. And I felt it when he said, it was Omar Epps. He said, you crazy. And then Bishop was like, you know what? I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about me.
I don't give a fuck about Steel.
I don't give a fuck about myself. Look. I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And as soon as I decide that you ain't shit,
right here, look at the fingers up to the face. Pow. And then when he turned around and put the hoodie that was I was like,
no, but listen to the words, y'all. Listen to the psychology. That nigga said.
And then he started laughing. Look at that like crazy laugh he did.
Even them two stills right there, how he went from laughing about it to
going back to
serious about it that quick.
That was
That's how you know how good of an actor Tupac was. He was unmatched, bro.
Right.
Unmatched.
But you hear what he said? He said, I don't I'm never gonna be Ish. I don't give an F about myself.
I don't
so
get
that
so
goes to the
psychology. So I really don't care nothing about y'all.
Exactly.
I mean, I'll take all of y'all out, you know.
Exactly. Once somebody say, listen to me, y'all. Forget street code. I don't give a F about street code. Once somebody looks me dead in my face and tells me some shit like that, you got it.
You gotta go.
I'll be worried. Yeah, I'll be definitely worried. Yeah.
I ain't worried because you got to go. You better be watching your back just like I'm watching mine.
Yup.
It's that simple.
Like I'm talking like I'm really gonna do something.
It's like you think they stopped making guns when they made yours, bro?
Go get that hammer. I thought that's right. You gonna go to Sweets and get that hammer. That's what he did. Right.
You act like you the only one in the streets walking around with a hammer. Come on,
because I'm the one y'all niggas need to be worried about.
Yeah, this was. I mean, but the walk off is what gets you.
When he said partner,
and then and you know, people have reenacted this scene, like, you know, even people
it was memes and everything.
Yeah, even Halloween costumes. People dress up, try to do this role. I've seen it. You know, people. I said, yeah, he did this thing. Baby, I don't even know if he ad-libbed or this was part of the script, but he did it.
I don't know, but I love this scene. This scene still gives me chills to this day.
Then he went back to old girl house, and she didn't deliberately try to scam, but she, you know, she snuck up on him, and he was like, "Don't you do that? Don't your mother ever teach you how to not to knock when you come in?" She cussed him out. She said, "Don't you be talking to me like this. I ain't one of your teenage girlfriends."
And this is her she in.
It was her place.
In her crib,
yeah. Place, baby.
You gonna be? She said, "Get out," and she threw his ass out. But she still liked him and cared for him. But it's just that she had to throw him out. Yeah. Then Bishop was at the pool hall, and word got out that he was, you know, telling. Remember, he told the cops that it was might have been Rodamans and them that did it. So, you know, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Is it this one here? Is that the one?
Oh yeah, that's it.
A fun fact: me and my brother quote that line when we call each other. We be like, "Hey, you." I mean, it is. Look, that whole scene is iconic.
It is.
When people talk about Jews, that's the one scene everybody talk about. Is that particular that hallway locker room, locker scene? Yeah, that's the scene everybody talks about the most.
That and I mean, it's another one coming up that's iconic too.
But see, you know how before Raheem and the boys would always say Bishop, but this time they said they saw him and he saw them looking at him. Yeah, and him and Q and Steele turned around.
You on your own, and
what you expect after you sat up there and told him that? You think he's gonna come to your rescue?
Steele was like, "You think he saw us?" He said, "Yeah, he saw us." But Rodman put this display all the way up Bishop's nose. Okay.
Motto.
He put that switchblade all the way up his nose. And they got the scrapping.
Dirty.
They got the scrapping, and then here we go. And this is another iconic scene that Booby probably talking about, right? Riverside.
Nah, this ain't it. It's another one, but yeah,
this is another one I hear a lot too.
Yeah, Riverside,
they started fighting, and then they got to running because I think the cops was coming or something, and then he put.
That was kind of crazy though, because how he ran up on him was like, "I think we lost him,
motherfucker."
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's like, "I think we lost him." He turned around, pop, pop.
But this is my thing, though. This is my thing, and I feel bad that the brother got taken out. But my thing is this: like, you kept pressing him. You put a knife on. I mean, I guess he was just bullying Bishop. He never thought Bishop was like really about that life. Because I feel
probably didn't. No, probably not. He probably didn't ever think he was about because he probably never did nothing before. Yeah, and he was always. I mean, he probably would fight back, but it was always Raheem who had his back, and he could bully him all the time, probably. So
I mean, but it's only so far you can keep pressing somebody for they break. So
yeah, so I felt bad, but I was like, "What did you expect?" I mean, I was also like, "What did you expect?" You kept
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, nobody ain't gonna keep getting bullied forever. He but
Right.
two of them, and it's yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I ain't feel bad for Raheem because he got. I mean, not Raheem. I meant Ryder Mass, whatever.
Nah.
Yeah, he got on my last nerve. So, but still, Bishop was still, just wilding at this point. Just like I said, once he got that gun in his hand, the very first time, it was over from that point.
Mm-hmm.
It was just over.
He's the man now. He got the power that he always been wanting. So
then Moochie gonna go to Sweet's house and get her a little hammer, So and
she was like, do you know? She said, "Are you such and such son?"
Well, Jacqueline or something, right?
Tell him
Jocelyn or Jacqueline or something. Are you? That's just. Is that your mother?
Is that your mom?
Mm-hmm.
That was the crazy part.
You only got that.
Tell her Jackie said hi.
Yeah. That was the crazy part, that she knew him and gave this kid this hammer.
Yeah, he ain't had to
I mean, he only got it off the strength of his mom for real, because she was like, "What you got? What you got is like $25. You can't even buy. You can't even buy a slingshot with that."
He said you can't buy a slingshot with $25.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna just give you this. I'm gonna just give you this little pew pew, and you go on and handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
By the way, tell your mama I said hi.
Right. Booby, she had a whole refrigerator damn near like a safe full of guns.
Uzis and everything. She wasn't playing. Sweets was not playing.
Sweets was not playing.
Oh, like, by the way, tell your mama I said hi.
Right. So she gave him a little piece. She didn't give him nothing real serious, but enough that he could probably put a bullet in somebody's butt, So yeah, I mean that was funny. Yeah, I mean he didn't know what to do. Well, he knew that other gun came from Sweets, because remember Raheem said he got
So everybody, I mean, it seemed like everybody knew where to go to get the tools, get the ratchet.
Everybody knew. Then a fun fact is, this lady here, she's the mother to the director, Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson directed the movie. That's his mother.
Ernest Dickerson. Okay.
Yeah, that's
his. So he was probably like, "Ma, just be yourself."
Just be yourself.
Yeah. Y'all, I can't wait to do stuff like that.
Yeah. I wish my son was doing the movie and asked me being there. I be there. Yeah.
Just Ma, just act like you act.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up.
Riverside. I know that's right. Yeah. So he ended up going back to what was the girlfriend name again? Was it Tracy or something? What was her name? I don't know. I think we said it early and I still forgot. But he goes back to her name, go back to her house, her apartment or whatever. And they sitting there eating Chinese food, but he couldn't even eat nothing. And he was just distraught.
Yolanda
still called him on the phone. Man, when Bishop picked up the phone, who the fuck is this?
Yo.
He said, who the fuck is this?
He was like,
man,
you need to come down here. What are you still doing?
You gotta come down here.
You gotta come down here, man.
Yolanda, thank you. That's the way I said Tracy from Yolanda.
Thank you. I said Yolanda. Yeah. He said, you need to get down here.
What are you chilling with this dude for, man?
I feel so bad.
I feel bad for Steele. Oh, especially okay. We definitely feel bad for Steele. Look what happened to him. Now Bishop done put the piece in his face. And so I guess he figured I already took out Raheem. I gotta take you out, and Q gonna be next. I'm gonna say Q for last.
Yeah, man, don't you get tired of this?
Lucky he didn't take him out. Lucky he just shot him in the chest, or like in the shoulder or something. He didn't take him out.
I mean, he had intentions to take him out.
He had intentions to take him out, because the way we see it here, if you was to see this for the first time, you would think he was gone. Until he'd have crawled his way, back to out into the streets. Yeah. But you had thought that he was gone. Yeah. And then got
promptly went to go set him up.
Then Bishop goes to set him up. He go to tell Tripp, because Tripp knows everything. So he figured if he tell Tripp, the word to get around. Q doing this, Q's wild, and Q this and that. He took out Ryder Mans, he took out this one. Now he told him everything. You
that
know,
was some real deep that was crazy. Again, diabolical.
Yo.
And Trip stay talking to a young lady, don't he? He got nothing.
Always trying to get that snappy nappy dugout.
Exactly. Snappy nappy dugout.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? A snappy. What the hell that means?
Snappy nappy
The
dugout.
snappy nappy dugout.
Snappy
Let's
nappy
go.
Okay.
dugout.
Well, yeah. I ain't even. I was gonna say something crazy.
Hey, need that.
Ooh.
That's a must. We need that.
Is that sloppy toppy?
No.
Nah, that's the other
another
thing.
way of calling it the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey. That's them cookies. That's them goodies right there.
That's the
Okay.
cookie.
Yeah.
I call it Hello Kitty.
Okay.
Right, yeah, okay, that's a good way of saying.
Hello.
Okay, now y'all, Monique is right again. Bishop is just crazy. Look at he's standing on top of the roof, watching down, watching still going to the ambulance, watching the police and everybody. I didn't get the picture, but it was the girl. It was a girl standing on the side, and she was like, "That's him right there." So everybody in the neighborhood now thinks that Q is the one who did everything. That he took out Radaman.
He went to Trip. He don't want the Trip to spread the word. He went to Trip to spread the word. Now Trip done got the word in the streets, and hey, he knew what he was doing.
Okay, Booby answered this question. Said, didn't Ice Cube say nappy dugout? Did Ice Cube say that?
Yeah, giving up the nappy dugout. He didn't say the snappy nappy. He said the nappy dugout. He was called that. Yeah, he threw the snappy on there himself. So.
Yeah. Orange Juice Jones. Yeah.
I
saw you and him walking in the rain. Walking in the rain. Man, he cursed that girl out. He took everything from her. He took her credit cards. He took
legendary.
I miss you so much that I followed you.
Oh,
that is the dude.
Yeah, he followed her. He took her fur coat.
I miss you so much. I followed you.
When she left, all she had was her little suitcase rocking back and forth. She had nothing. All of jewels. He took everything from her.
Now close your mouth because you cold busted.
Men loved that song when it came out because it was a chance for the
still
men
love it to this day.
It was a chance for the men to get at women
song.
about the stuff we might do.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You cold busted. Let's go.
Yeah, you cold busted. Yeah. But I mean, so yeah, Bishop was crazy. He just was crazy, right? I mean, I don't even know how much more to say it. He's just crazy.
Yeah,
just
unhinged.
Then very unhinged. Maybe that's a nicer way to say it, crazy, because we really probably shouldn't say crazy no more. But yeah, he definitely was unhinged. But look how Q was looking. He was hiding in the back room.
This back in the 90s, he was crazy. He was crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy. Yeah, I mean,
This before we started getting mental health and all that stuff. He was crazy. Okay.
Correct on
capital
words.
C.
Yes.
Capital C, booby.
Yeah.
Capital C. Yeah. He had in the thing, and then so he told me, you know me since I was little kid.
Yeah.
He said, I know a lot of killers since they was little kids.
Right.
For real.
Because Bishop had everybody in town, everybody in the neighborhood thinking that he did it. So, he said, look, tell Bishop to meet me at such and such place near the Donna at 12 o'clock. And like, wait a minute, these parents didn't just let their kids stay all around.
Hey. This back in the day.
Hold on. Inga brought up an amazing point, y'all. Let's just listen to what Inga just said. And let's put the facts on the table. Outside of the situation, yes, this was normal. This is when kids could run the streets, just be home by a certain time. You had neighbors look out for your kid. It's just people around the neighborhood knew, it was easier. But let's talk about the context of this. These are a group of best friends, and one of your best friends got pow. As a parent, wouldn't you naturally have been a little bit more like, nah, Negro, I need your ass home by 7 o'clock? Because you thinking my son. So he was right. Like under normal circumstances, it would have been fine. But to me, as a parent, like thinking as a parent, no.
Yeah, I get
Right?
it, but we already know that they ain't really listen to their parents like that.
I know they
No,
not even going to school.
no, they wasn't even going to school.
This one spending the night laying up with a woman.
You feel
Exactly,
me?
a
They not
grown
listening to
woman.
them.
Yeah. And
But
maybe the
you
mother
know
worked
what?
nights. Maybe
And
the
I'm
mother worked
sorry.
nights.
I'm gonna
Moochie,
be
you
honest,
said
y'all.
you work nights, right? You don't know if your son could have been out there running around. If you
Better
working
not.
nights.
Yeah.
Shoot.
No, but it's true because you know
I mean,
my
he
older
might
sister.
have had company there while I wasn't home, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And that's
I
something that I
definitely did
never
that.
found out.
I'm
Yeah, I
telling you.
definitely
I'm
did.
just telling
I
y'all right
definitely
Oh,
did
now.
that's
that.
good. You get some cheeks.
I'm telling
But
y'all right now.
I definitely had the company.
Yeah,
We
I had some
all
company. I'm
we
getting
all
some
did.
cheeks.
Let me tell y'all right now. We even
Yeah.
I was actually one of the good girls out of all my friends in this. I was one of the good ones, and I'm telling y'all, we all done snuck somebody. I'm just gonna
I
be
talked to
real.
that
Like
Exactly.
somebody in the house, and then
when we
her
was
get
talking
out.
about
Think
Nicole.
my parents get home from, you know.
We
Mm-hmm.
all did it. I'm just gonna let's keep it a
Everybody
buck.
did it. Everybody did at least one time. At
Yeah, at
least
least
one.
once.
Yeah, at
Everybody's
least
done.
once. Skip school and all this kind of stuff. At least one. But they
At least
yeah, they was definitely. I mean, to be some, I'm gonna meet you at the diner at 12 midnight. Like that must mean they out in the street all the time. Then the parent,
Yeah, but
so,
remember it was a party too going on.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's right.
that's when
That's
people
right.
used to still do house parties.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Yep.
Because we used to
Yep.
go to house parties and be,
yup.
it was
Especially if it was
different
like a
then.
block away or something like that, and
Yeah,
the
that's
next
true. Because I
building over.
went to plenty of house parties. It's not we wouldn't get home until
Mm-hmm.
late at night, 11, 12,
yeah.
after 12, whatever. We used to go to the Go-Go's too, and so
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
know that was our thing here, and so um and the Go-Go's just be getting good at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly. That's when they start cranking for real.
right,
So yeah,
right,
let's go.
right. But then he's so scared, he ended up pulling the piece out on a homeless person,
Oh my
and the
god.
person said, "Don't shoot me, don't shoot me." And that's when he knew, I
Please
got to get
don't
rid of
shoot
this
me.
gun. He knew this, Monique. He said, "I got to get rid of this gun. This is not me. I'm not Bishop."
Exactly.
Yeah, he knew then. This wasn't Bishop. So
Woo.
still
Wasn't
ends up
Q,
in the
you mean?
hospital. Thank goodness the girl was there. So she
Yep.
Yolanda. And then look how now here we go. He just like Michael Myers here. Somebody in the chat said Michael Myers.
Just came out the darkness on him like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. He definitely was the hood Michael Myers.
this
He came out
part
of
was
nowhere.
wild. I was
Put a
like,
piece up
man,
in the back of his
yo.
This was crazy. This nigga really did pop up like on some Michael Myers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Right,
Yo.
he did. And now,
What are you doing, Bishop?
what are
Like,
you
take
doing?
your ass home, boy. Like,
Right. And then
Q, what are you doing with your back turn? You was on lack time for real.
he
What are
yeah,
thought he was gonna
Yeah.
show up in front of the diner. He didn't think he's gonna come from behind. He wasn't thinking probably.
and
But
and
remember, the
shout,
diner was in front of him, and
shout out to support gaming because I agree. Q was dumb to get rid of the pow pow, knowing Bishop was after him to take
Mhm.
him out.
but
Of
he
course.
knew the Bishop. I mean, he knew that gun that wasn't him. He just said, "I
But
gotta
it
get rid."
don't
He
matter.
threw it in the he threw it in the
Hey,
river.
Nigga, this
we in
is
fight
life.
or flight.
This is life or thank you, Boogie. This is
Yes.
life or death, fight or flight. Nigga, you or me. I'm not about to die. Nigga,
Right.
no. You or me. We at war. The fuck? I'm not no
They
killer for
said Pac was looking like Ronnie. Yeah, right.
For real.
no.
Right.
Yo, Bishop
And
Tupac was
Mhm.
the original Ronnie, yo.
he was the
He
original.
Yeah,
was.
you ain't never lie.
Yeah.
Probably where he tried to model himself after too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then
I could see that. He did it between the father and him.
Yo.
With the cereal and
Mhm.
all of that.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Right. I see that too. I see it. And he said, where's the piece? He said, I said, I'm not you. I threw it away. He said, you stupid. he even told him he was stupid. Bishop told Q he was stupid for throwing the gun away. When they got to tussling over the gun. He said, look, I'm not you. He said, look, Bishop, look, stop all this stuff. Let's get, come on, then let's stop all this. They got the tussling. The gun went off. He got shot in the arm. And they chasing each. I mean, well, Bishop chasing Q, and they end up in the elevator.
There we go. This the part I was talking about. Yo.
This
So
is the
many memes. You
infamous
can
part.
find a lot of memes and gifs on this.
Yes.
Yes.
This
Sometimes they
is
be
this the
putting other
part I
people's
was talking
heads in the
about right here.
elevator or other people's. You ever seen those when they put other people's heads in the thing? I mean,
Yep.
imagine you being in the elevator.
There are
And,
so many. Oh my gosh, it's
and
so
then,
Elevator scene was
and the
wild.
gun goes off inside of an elevator. He said, "What you gonna do? You gonna shoot me in the elevator?"
Yeah,
And they tussling.
Yep. Basically, yeah.
And when that gun goes flying across the floor, a dude go pick the gun up and put it in.
He picked that joke up real quick.
That gun got so many bodies on that gun. Okay.
Yo,
that gun got bodies on it.
You definitely don't want that one. But
he don't know
more power to you.
But that guy didn't know the hit.
Don't get hemmed up with that. Please don't get hemmed up with that gun,
if
bro.
If he get hemmed up with it, that gun
going
got
down.
Out of bodies on it. So they get the wrestling.
Going down.
I hated this moment.
Yeah, this is the moment, y'all. This is coming to the end. This is the moment. They get to fighting, swinging with a piece of wood, 2x4. They wrestling, and then some kind of way he flips around and is dangling off the building, and then that's when he said, "Q, don't let me go." Now you asking him to save you. Now you're asking him to save your life, and he was trying to save.
He was trying.
He did try. He said, "Oh no," he said, hold on, bitch, hold on." And they trying, but when somebody's heavy and you only got one arm, it's not like he holding two arms.
And it's the arm you shot him in.
Oh yeah, right.
So
yeah, and then
shut your ass up.
I'm saying, I'm keeping it a buck.
Yeah, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fast. Hold on, this is the quickest example of instant karma, nigga. You shot me, and so I tried to save you.
Yo, it's what I'm gonna do, man.
Can you highlight what game is?
Yeah. I knew there was a deleted scene.
I saw it
on the internet.
To the movie. It explained Q tried to save Bishop, but Bishop ends up letting go of Q's hand, ended his own life. Last thing he says, he didn't want to end up going to jail like his pops.
Yeah, I saw that. It's somewhere
I never seen that one.
I'm gonna see if I can find it again because I did see it somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me see. I saw. Yeah, see, I know I'm the only one. I did see it too. Yeah, Slim saw. Yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
But
it's all good.
And he was like, and it happened so quick. Like he flipped around off that building real fast.
Quick.
Yeah, and so then he went down and
got the juice now, kid.
You got the juice now. You got make me another mixtape.
So the juice is like respect. You know what I'm saying? So you got, you got all the respect now. But that's not what Q wanted
at all.
That's not what Q wanted. And then it ended with them showing them